No, I'm joking.
How do you feel about the movie? I'm
Because
cool
he
with
shows
that.
respect to the artists and the creators and the writers. And that's one thing I like about James. When it comes to creating, writing, and respect to the source material, bro, there's nobody better, I think, out of all the directors that we've had who respects the source material.
You had this opportunity of this Spider-Man universe, and you didn't even use Spider-Man. You didn't use your greatest asset, as Thanos would
That's
have
what
said.
I'm
You
saying.
didn't
Like,
even
that's
use your
your great.
greatest weapon, in this, which was Spider-Man, and you thought you could create a whole universe. Like, what are you thinking?
Oh,
Uh,
bro.
Either shut your mouth and don't watch it, or shut your mouth and enjoy it. What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out Podcast. Happy New Year, first episode of 2025. The brothers are here together to give you the first episode of 2025. We've got loads of news, things we've watched, real world issues, updates, all that sort of stuff as usual, guys. Please check the description for the timestamp. You have the flexibility to go to any part of the show. You don't have to listen to our
Mm.
updates or real world issues or anything. You can go to wherever you want. So always check the description for the timestamp. Guys, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. We've had great interactions and all that stuff
Yes.
recently, so thank you so much. On YouTube, we're going to keep pushing. It's 2025. Listen, I'm not trying to be like a New Year's Grinch or anything. I'm not on this New Year, New Me type thing.
No,
We're
I never
doing
have.
still
I
the
don't think we ever
hustle.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even about. Listen, I appreciate all my achievements from last year, my hustles, my struggles, all of ours and whatnot. I'm just like, that's another day. Let's keep hustling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every day to me is a success. Every day to me could be a failure. The next day I have to succeed. That's just the way I see it. But anyway, happy New Year to you all. And we're here, man. Shit, we're here
Yeah, we're here
together.
together, man. Look at that. G-Man's here. First episode of 2025. It's actually New Year's Day, guys.
Oh, it is New Year's Day.
It's
Happy
actually
New
New
Year.
Year's Day.
Yeah,
It's
while
actually
we're
New Year's
recording
Day.
this
We're
part.
recording this. It's New Year's Day. Yeah, massive thank you again for the support. I think last year, I think towards the end of it, we grew tremendously. Uh, and that's amazing. But there is still 70% of you that are not subscribed. You guys watch the content, but you're not subscribed. If you're subscribed, then you know when we've got new videos coming out and the rest of it. So make sure you check it out. But massive thank you again. I think across the board, massive thank you. You know, last year we got to do some crazy cool stuff, which is amazing. And this year
Yeah.
will be the same. We're gonna do stuff. It's gonna be outside our comfort zone. We're gonna do new things. I put up a post today regarding, we've got our Brothers Geek Out microphone now. We're gonna try something
Oh,
different.
I'm joking.
Make one of the actors choke on it or something. No, I'm
How do
joking.
you feel about the movie? I swear there's a comedy thing on Instagram where someone does that. And
There is the
he
guy
uses
singing. He's like, ah, and the guy. The thing is, it's not even that he shoves the whole microphone in his mouth. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I've seen some other stupid ones where a guy uses a dildo. I mean,
What about the stinky mic one?
oh,
And the guy's like tried to do the interview, and the guy, bro, it stinks, bro. Stinks like ass, bro. It stink. I can't stop laughing at those ones. They're so silly.
crazy.
I love the
It's
internet.
crazy.
But
Yeah.
what can I say? Shout outs to a couple of people. Shout outs to the small time critics. I got a lot of love for these guys. They've been putting in the work in. Really proud of the work they've done as well. Massive thank you for having us on the episodes last year. We did one recently as well. Shout outs to Through the Cow podcast as well. Clinton and Deb, shout outs to you. Clinton, if you are watching, the purple drink, the purple stuff. This is KA.
Purple, yeah, purple drink.
Purple, the purple drink, sugar water purple, man. So shout outs to you because I know in a recent episode I watched you were drinking one of these, so you've inspired this one as well. But shout outs to you guys, always showing support. But yeah, loads to come, man. I mean, G-Man's here in the UK for a couple of weeks.
Yep. Yep. Busy, man.
Yeah.
Like, even though we're together in the same time zone, all that sort of shit, it's been a struggle for us to just get together and do the podcast. Like, it's just busy. I don't understand. I feel like our timing is worse compared to when I'm in Dubai. Maybe because it's holiday season, there's no school and work or
Yeah,
wherever,
the
we're kind of
kids,
all over the
everything.
place.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just been so
Even
busy.
yesterday, like I got my timings mixed up. We didn't realize the in-laws were having a get together. I said I was going to come here, and I was like, oh my god! And then I forgot to message. Like, it's During the holidays, I think it's super busy, bro. Because normal working hours, we
I
get
think
to
it's
do stuff
structure. I think
and
it's
structure,
structure. We
yeah.
have structure during normal work time and school
Yeah. But
time.
other than that, once kids are on holiday, bro, it's
Yeah.
not that, man. It's difficult. And then we had people stay over at the house yesterday.
Oh,
I
damn.
didn't sleep till like 2 o'clock. And I was like, man, I'm on my day off and I'm still sleeping at 2 o'clock.
Oh my God, allow
Yeah.
it, allow it. I mean, we actually, well, we stepped a bit late yesterday because we'll talk about it.
Hmm.
Ended up watching Squid Games and finished off season 2
Okay.
SNS. So that was our New Year's Eve. I mean, we're not really into it. It's funny though. Mum and Idris so cute. They wanted us to stop at midnight to watch the fireworks. I'm like, all right, Mum. So we done that for Mum and Idris, which was nice. Idris was geeking out, listening to fireworks, running to
Yeah.
this window to that window to try and watch it. I remember that as a kid trying to watch fireworks.
Yeah.
All we want to do is see a little spark and
They'll be
I
happy.
remember that feeling of just seeing one firework. It just feels so great because we,
Alara did the same thing yesterday as we were coming home.
yeah,
To be honest, they were all in bed before 12. So they
mm.
didn't have to hear the madness after. Once I heard that madness, I couldn't sleep, bro.
Oh, bro.
And to be honest, I think I had far too much sugar at my in-laws.
I feel
I
like
was
I'm looking at
losing
myself. I feel like
it.
my belly's come out here, bro. I'm like, man, I'm looking like ET and shit out here, man. I swear to you, I'm actually looking at myself like sucking your tummy, bro. Because ever since I got here, I know I'm on vacation with the family. I just eat shit, bro. Sugar. That's what I mean. Fizzy drinks, all that sort of stuff,
I'm
man.
at that
I mean,
stage now.
me and Ash went gym today. Listen, I'm proud of Ash, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the last time we went gym together to the
Yeah.
gym,
Yeah.
right? I took him to the gym in Wood Green. I can't remember what it's called, bro.
But the one in the back where
Yeah,
Ivy used to go
yeah,
to.
when
I
we
can't remember what
when
that's
we
called.
originally
Yeah.
started. Anyway, I took him there when I'm talking about 16, 15 years ago, maybe longer than that, right? And he threw up and everything. I put him for a workout, he threw up. Bro, years later, he's taking me to the gym. He's putting me through a session, man. And he's just benching way heavier than me.
He's strong.
Yeah, he's proper
Muscle
strong,
like
man.
strong.
I'll bust him up, bro. I'll take him down. He's pushing like, bro. He's like, gee, let's go, G. Let's push it a little bit. I was like, ah, cool. Let me try 70. I've never done so.
Yeah.
I've only done 70 back in the days when I was banana face, when I kept eating like 12 bananas a day, all that sort of stuff. So I was like, yeah, let's go, man. Let's work away. He put 70 on. He's like, yo, bar. Take the bar. I couldn't do it. I don't have the strength no more, bro.
It's hard. It's really hard.
But
It's
he's
really hard.
pushing like 90 kgs in the bench. I'm like,
He's
man,
strong. I think Ash has always
I'm
had
proud
that
of
inner
him.
strength.
Yeah.
He's been always good at that. But bro, I'd be the same, bro. I even struggled, what was it? Doing 50, bro.
Oh,
And it's like, now I'm at an age where I feel like it's just going to go.
yeah, bro.
You know when it and then it drops on your chest.
I love
And
it.
then, you see the videos on
like,
Instagram and you're like, the guy's like,
I love it.
help me.
But I've had tennis and golf at elbow in the spine for 4 or 5 years now. It's
Oh,
ridiculous, man. But
Yeah.
he's trying to. I mean, look, there's difference, right? I train more for endurance and martial arts, so I put him through a little bit of stuff that I do in the beginning, and he was losing. And then after we get to the strength stuff, and he just
He's
smashed
good,
it. But
yeah.
I'm proud of him.
No, that's good.
But we've been training a little bit, but I'm definitely eating crap out here, man.
Guys, make sure you guys follow the Brothers Geek Out gaming channel. Ash jumps on there sometimes, plays games on there. It's a channel we want to try and push a little bit more. So what we'll do is, I think G-Man already does it. He looks after the YouTube. He mixes up some of the footage from there as well. But go subscribe to the Brothers Geek Out gaming channel. It's the links in the description, right?
Should be.
Yeah, so we'll double check that and put it on there. Subscribe today. Ash plays some games. And Ash recently started to do some trailer reactions as well, guys. So you're going to see a lot more on Ash on there.
Yeah, he said he wants to get involved more. He's just got to find the time. I'm like, do the thing, play the games. Man, he plays all the new games, all that sort of stuff. He's got like 6, 7 consoles here, whatever. I don't even know what he does with all of them handheld ones. I started playing that the monkey game, Black Myth.
Yeah.
Bro, it's brilliant, man. It's hard.
It looks good.
It's hard as
I saw it, but I was like,
I'll buy it when I'm in Dubai. Ash like wants me to play it here because he's like, gee, it's so hard. There's no easy level, normal, hard. It's like one level.
No.
And he's like, play it here before you buy it, otherwise you're gonna go crazy out there. I'm already going crazy. This big blue baby bastard, gold bastard, killing me, bro. It's like the second boss or something. Can't get past him. But anyway, check out the gaming channel. We'll have our footage playing. We'll put little clips and stuff like that on there. YouTube, what you call it, shorts.
Shorts, yeah.
Looking to do Ash's top 10 2024 games that he played. I say 2024 games that he played, not necessarily came out in 2024. There's too many games to play and time and whatnot. So we're looking to do that, and I'll be on that channel as well. We'll push that out. But yeah, no, we'll do. I'm trying to get him more involved. He wants to be more involved. It's just timing. and we all are struggling with trying
With
to
timing
find
at the
time,
moment,
man.
yeah.
It's a
So,
tough one, man. But
we'll get there. We'll get there. We always find our feet. I think holidays are always hard, and I think once we get back into a bit of once they're back in school, bro, that changes everything.
yeah,
That changes
definitely,
everything.
definitely.
That changes
You know
everything.
what? I didn't even check if the mic was on. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. You know, I was just getting paranoid and whatnot. But
Yeah,
yeah, you know, you never know, man.
it's working. It's
I've
working.
done that before when I've done a fight talk podcast, and I was had to be by myself. I done the whole thing, bro. After I realized the mic wasn't on, I was crying.
So what? It just recorded blank.
It just recorded me talking with mute, basically. Ridiculous, bro. I had to do the whole thing again. You don't lose that enthusiasm when you first talk about it. Because everything that we do is live. Like we first record live, we go, nothing scripted. Which I tell you what, I met Yusuf the other day. Shout out to Yusuf, YK2K.
What do you mean?
Illustrate. Yeah, we met him. I met him in Leicester Square.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were talking about age. Well, I was supposed to meet him like years, but every time I come,
Yeah.
and I was like, bro, let's just come meet up. We met for a coffee and we just chilled.
Oh, mashallah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yusuf, man.
Awesome dude, bro. Like he's got his head straight. It's just really talented with this stuff. Like he's telling me some of his processes, like in scripts and all this was absolutely amazing. I'm inspired. I don't have that same talent ability. Not saying that I can't work towards it, but there's you know your abilities and whatnot. He's amazing at that sort of stuff. He's got some great stuff coming up. So guys, check out his channel Y2K Y2U. I always mess up his thing, man. Y2.
We'll put it in there.
Yeah, illustrations. Y2K martial arts because he's a martial artist as well. He does jiu-jitsu, kickboxing and stuff. Good guy, man. Really nice to meet him.
We're fans of each other's work.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? So he's been connected with us for ages, right? And he's like, oh, I've never actually met kids, but it's crazy. We've crossed paths so many times, but never actually met. He was at the Shazam, the signing with in Forbidden Planet. I was there too, and I was like, oh, we were in the same queue. And Then he was at that whole fun fair thing or whatnot. I was like, man, this was before I even knew you and whatnot.
Exactly.
But he's a good guy. Hopefully, we're definitely going to collaborate more. But hopefully, inshallah, you get a chance to meet him in person.
I will, because there's a couple of screenings that, like, I want him to be my anime guy, man. Yusuf, bro, I know you watch this religiously. We've been wanting you to be the anime guy. So, like, we get a lot of screenings for animes. I want him to be that guy.
He'll smash it. He loves anime.
So I think I want him to be that guy. So inshallah this year we'll get that sorted. We will meet. Definitely we'll meet because we keep like the Batman thing. He had an extra ticket. He asked me and I couldn't do it. But yeah, inshallah this year we're gonna work a bit more, much more smarter. I don't want to be able to go to all of these events. I want to have that team there, and I think Yusuf will be an amazing part. So dude, keep in contact, but follow him. He's on an amazing journey as well. Bless him, man. Another little brother, part of the crew, you know what I mean? Amazing. Really cool.
Cool, man. Well, look, I mean, that's really the updates, man. Other than that, man, just trying to be here, see people, see family, the usual stuff, coming back to London and all that sort of stuff. I guess we get into real world issues. I mean, this is a segment of the podcast that you can check the description and the timestamp. If you don't want if you don't want to listen to it, feel free to skip. But this is a part of the podcast. It's a part of our conversation.
It's a part of our conversation.
Forget the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's how the Brothers Geek Out started with us brothers catching up, and real world shit was always a part of it, and whatnot. And you know, with the world the way it is today, nothing changes. Just because it's 2025 New Year's Day, you think anything changes?
No, same shit.
People are struggling and hustling and whatnot. Our brains and our mind frames are still in a similar place. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've over the Gaza situation, my perspective on the world has changed so much, man. In the last year, I've never really been disinvested mentally, and I don't. In some ways, I'm like I need to be aware, and in some ways, like find the balance and not get too invested. But I can't help.
You can't. But we've got older.
Yeah, I mean,
we've got older.
Yeah.
We have kids. We understand. We are a family unit as well. We understand, and the pain that comes with it as well. I put out a post yesterday as well to like say Happy New Year and congratulate everybody with all the achievements they had, but to say that what happened in Gaza broke me.
It broke me too.
Yeah, it broke me.
Changed my perspective on the world.
Dramatically changed me, and I think even towards, like I said, it's going to be a big part of me moving forward as well, like to be helping the people of Palestine, Lebanon. Lebanon is still getting bombed up as well. Still,
yeah. There's supposed to be a ceasefire, and guess who's breaking the ceasefire and gets away with it?
It's insane.
What about Syria? Yemen's getting smashed now by the US and UK as well. Syria, Israel decided
It's
when
crazy.
they went through their little thing to just bomb them over like 9. Bro, there was one bomb that was almost it pulled like a number 3 on the Richter scale or whatever, like earthquake thing. Like it was almost like a nuke. I don't get it, and they get away with it. I don't get it, but it's changed my perspective on the world. One thing that's happened, right? I saw something about they're looking to spend another 150 million whatever dollars on propaganda, Israel propaganda this year, right? They've upped their budget compared to what they've done all these years because they've lost, bro. They've lost the media world. They've lost, what's the word I'm looking for? They've lost that perspective, bro. The whole world, the people, and a lot of even countries like look, shout out to Ireland, right? Shout out even to Australia, where they're refusing people. They're actually asking people before Israelis before they come in the country, are you involved in the IDF? Was you involved in the war? And they're not letting them in. Right? So like the whole world is seeing your bullshit. They've seen you for the evil people that you are. Now you can't. Now they're trying to spend what, another 150 million trying to do more propaganda.
That's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. Bro, listen, the Palestinian page is starting to creep up more than the Israeli page. And listen, man, it's not about that. It's about what's happening to them right now.
Yes, human rights.
Human rights. The human rights.
Beings, bro.
You know what I mean? And people, listen, history, read the book, find out. You know, there's so much to it. Look what they did during Christmas, bro. People couldn't even go to the Holy Land.
The Pope, bro, listen, man, the Pope, my guy's got a following. And when I say following, I'm talking about, what, 2-point-something million Christians in the world, right? The Pope is speaking out saying what they're doing is like genocide, they're killing
2.8 billion?
2-point-something billion Christians in the world, right? So the Pope, literally, that's his following, you could say, in a way. Why do you think the Pope is not on mainstream media saying, I condemn Israel? Why do you think they don't put him on there, right? Why do you think that, you know, you're only seeing it through social media, his Christmas talks and all that sort of stuff? Before, they used to be all over the TVs. Now he's not putting in. Why? Because he's talking about what they're doing in the Holy Land, the land that Jesus was born. May Jesus rest in peace. The land that he was born in, Palestine, right, Bethlehem and whatnot. What they're doing to that land, what they're doing to those people. They don't even put him on the mainstream for him to give his speech. Basically.
They won't give it the chance now, and this has become more of a bigger scale of colonialism that's more in your face now. Where before it was behind the scenes, and you know, even racism has changed, bro, to a certain extent now. I think racism has actually got worse than it was back then. So. Yeah, bro.
And now 100%. It has, I guess.
It has, bro. It has. 100%. 100%. But the dehumanization of the Palestinians has probably been the worst over the year. And to see it all is... Yeah, it's... Bro, I can't keep up no more. I keep up. I raise money. Guys, make sure I'm raising money. Massive thank you to the amount of people. There is 2 special people out there that don't want to be named, and that's fine, and I can totally understand that. But thank you so much for the big donations you guys gave. Like, bro, I went from having like £24 to £350 in a couple of days. So, alhamdulillah, all that money goes to the Palestinians for medical aid and Lebanon and medical aid, which we'll have on our social media links. So please, whatever you can, even if it's £1, man. Oh my God. Like, I even put in £1 because I know how hard it is, but I can't sit there and think, what can I do to help? Charity is going to be the way. Boycott is going to be the way forward.
Exactly, 100%. And spreading the message. Listen, man. All for 76 years, the propaganda that they put out, the mainstream bullshit they put out. But in a year, bro, in 1 year, last year, they fucked that all up. Now a lot of people knew, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was young and I probably didn't care about the world back then. Anyway.
No.
I would say about 2018 is when I really started like getting into it. Before that, I kind of knew, right? You know, I kind of listened to Dead Prayers and some Malcolm X stuff and back in the days and be like, oh, Palestine and whatnot. But I didn't really invest my time. Only after 2018 when I really started reading and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't know this was happening. So for that many years, they threw all that propaganda out there. In the last year, they lost all of that. They showed their true colors, and the whole world is seeing it, man. Like I said, bro, man, my whole perspective on the world and people has changed, man, in the last year. And don't get me wrong, people, with celebrities and shit, bro, I don't idolize them, right? I respect them.
Yeah.
I respect their work and stuff like that. I respect the content they give us, right? Joe Rogan's my dude, bro. Was my dude, right? I found out about the Iraq War and how that was bullshit and the weapons of mass destruction was all bullshit. You know, all that stuff was bullshit just to go into the war for the sake of this Yahoo, right? It's all because of this Yahoo, right? They did it, right? I found out from Joe Rogan about maybe like 10 years ago, something. And I was like, holy shit, who's it? I know Rogan from the UFC. I didn't know he was this deep. So I got into his podcast, but I listened to every single episode for the last 10 years. But in the last year, bro, I've come to realize my guy is fucking, like I said, he's either a Zionist, he's paid by them, or he's just too scared to say anything to upset his Zionist friends, or they have something on him. Because bro, listen, he has people like Dave Smith on there sometimes. He had Abby Martin once. He has some other people, Jimmy Doyle and whatnot, and they talk about the bullshit of Israel and whatnot. But the other way, like he has bare pro-Israel people on his podcast, like more than anything.
Because they pay him.
I don't know. I mean,
they get paid more. He gets paid more.
I can't defend Rogan anymore. Like I used to listen. He's my guy. He's the most popular podcast. What I say don't mean shit anyway, right? I've literally stopped listening to a lot of his shit now. I can't be done. The one that killed, like, first of all, he keeps going on about America first, America first. Why do we send money to Ukraine? Ukraine. He doesn't even mention a cent that they sent to Israel. I'm like, bro, like you know that your country does, and you don't say a single thing. Theo Von, shout outs to him. He's one of the like top 10 biggest podcasts as well as a comedian. So he's Joe Rogan's boy. On one of their podcasts, like Theo Von had to mention it. Yeah, why did we send all the money to Israel? Joe keeps his mouth shut about that Israel, but he don't say shit. Well, he said a couple things here and there, but it's like, you know, he's very iffy. Like he doesn't say that. The one that killed it, bro. And this is when I was like, I'm sorry, man. I got to be done with Joe, man, because I've always known that he doesn't like religion. I know that. Right?
Yeah.
I know he's not big into it. He does say he believes in God and whatnot, but I've always known he's had a thing for Islam specifically. Now he has a bunch of bro, to get his Islamic education, he always has a bunch of Zionists on there. Fucking Douglas Murray, that prick. He has people like there's another guy called Gadsan, or like he's a Zionist. Fucking Mossad agent or whatever. He has these people, anti-Islamic people, giving him education about Islam. Of course, you know what they're gonna say. It's all bullshit, right? So I've always kind of seen that, right? He's never ever had a like an Islamic person on kind of talk and whatnot.
No.
So I'm kind of like, all right, you're against religion. You cuss Christianity because you were born Christian, so you feel comfortable to do that. Unfortunately, you know, the world has tried to really make it comfortable about taking a piss out of Christianity, right? He never says a single thing about Jews. A single thing. Right? Maybe a joke here and there when Ari Shafir, which is his boy, was Jewish on there. They might have a little joke there. But in general, he don't say nothing. He never has anyone talking about the Jewish religion in a negative way like they do for Islam. So I've seen that, right? But I've always backed him. He said some good things about Islam here and there. The one that killed it, bro, recently he was talking to someone, I don't know who it was, and they started talking about the Holy Land, you know, Palestine.
Yeah.
Right? And why there's always war in Jerusalem and all that stuff over the Holy Land and whatnot. And he just made a comment. He said something about, there's always going to be war. Rogan said this. There's always going to be war on the Holy Land. You have to protect the Holy Land. And then he goes, yeah, I mean, if Jesus was born, you would have to protect him from these crazy Islamists. And I was like, you dumb fuck. That was it. I lost it. I'm like, do you know that one, we believe in Jesus is one of the most quoted and respected prophets in our religion.
Exactly.
Two, like if you had an education from an Islamic dude, you would know that we believe in Jesus. And three, Jesus is born in Palestine, in Bethlehem. Who do you think would have killed him right now? Are you that dumb? Like who would have bombed him right now? So I just lost it. And I know when he says Islamist, he's probably thinking terrorist, but he says the word Islamist. He's talking about specific Islamic bad people, right?
Yeah.
But he couldn't even fathom in his head that, hold on, Bethlehem's in Palestine, Israel is bombing the shit out of whole of Palestine. Who do you think would have killed Jesus? Who do you think would Jesus have to be protected from? And I just lost it. I was like, you know, I literally, bro, I was like, I stopped the podcast because it was building up, and I'm like, I always respected Joe. I still listen. Of course, I'm gonna watch UFC forever. I might listen to one of his comedian podcasts and whatnot, or if Dave Smith goes on or something. But in general, bro, I used to listen to every single one. I'm done listening to every single one.
I've actually stopped listening to him for a
I
while.
lost so much respect for him, man. And I was like, I get it, man. You hate Muslims. I get it. You hate the Islam. Like you might have Bilal, Muhammad on as and some other like Muslim guests or whatever, but the fact is you hate the religion and you're trying to demonize it. That's why you're always going to get Zionists on. That's why you'll make a stupid comment like that. So your millions and millions of listeners will kind of think, oh yeah, we'd have to protect Jesus from the Islamists. We're the ones who want to protect him more than anyone. Right? We get offended when people cuss Jesus. Like
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
what I'm saying.
people make it so common to cuss Jesus, right? As Muslims, we get offended more than the Christians do. But there was a dumb statement from Morgan, and from that I was like, I'm done, man. So my perspective on people has changed throughout the year, man.
Yeah.
Like even like I say, celebrities and stuff like that. Like I love you guys, I love the content you do, but like if you don't speak out, that's one thing, okay, that's on you. But if you're gonna say something for one side on October the 7th and you'll never say nothing the whole time after what you've seen in the last year, then you're a fucking idiot, man. Like in my opinion, I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry.
100%.
I don't want to put anyone on the spot. I'm not gonna say names, but
No, 100%, 100%. I agree with you, man. It's a tough conversation, bro. Listen, I think I lost bare followers
same
this year.
Same.
This year I lost bare followers. Remember, we got shadow. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
shadow ban. We only had like 2 or 3 views, bro.
Remember that? We went from like 70, 80 all the way to 2.
Yeah.
For like how many, what, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, good couple of months, man. We were getting nothing, and then. But I realized then, like I always said, it's about keeping it real, right?
Keeping it
And
real.
like Dave Chappelle's keeping it real, and I'm gonna do that. Moving into 2025, I'm keeping it real, and I think I did that. And I think a lot of people are stirring away. They block me, they mute me, whatever, which is fine. It's totally understandable because you guys want to follow different things, and you maybe not like my views. And remember, I'm a Muslim as well, so you guys maybe think I'm biased. You know what I mean?
Bro, sorry, with the Palestine situation, like people want to say some clearly, right? People know now to this point, or a lot of people know, it's not a religious thing. There's loads of Jews. Well, all the main speakers, Elon Pape, like what's his name, Norman Finkelstein.
Yeah.
But Glenn Greenwald, who's a Jewish what do you call it, man?
Right.
Journalist.
Journalist, sorry, yeah.
All of these dudes, man, historians, they're all Jewish, bro. All of them are Jewish. It's clearly got nothing to do with Judaism, right? And Muslims. Clearly now it's coming out that it's a Zionist thing. The Zionists are the most anti-Semitic, anti-racist, anti-religion people on the planet. They're evil, and they've hijacked the religion of Judaism. Again, when we say free Palestine, we say free Judaism too. Because that religion needs to be free from the Zionists as well.
100%.
Using that religion and demonizing that religion. They are making Jewish people unsafe in the world.
100%.
They are the ones doing it. So
they're making it unsafe,
it's not a religious thing. It's a humanity thing, man. How could you see all children, 20,000 children, let alone 45, 50,000 innocent people, and the whole city blown up, right? 20,000 children, babies are dead because of their bombardment, bro. All the news is coming out, bro. I've seen all this, like, again, the independent news and whatnot. I think even the New York Times might have posted something like they were giving orders to say, listen, if you need to kill one guy to kill 20 innocent people, it's cool, do it. Like they were Moral Army bullshit. They were told to kill innocent people, man. It's all out there on independent news and all that sort of stuff, breaking points and all that stuff. Watch it.
Horrible.
They're the most evil, immoral people on the planet.
I think this is the problem now. We have come to a year of this, bro, over a year of this. And I'm not seeing no justice happening.
Listen, man, there were some success stories in the sense. I know it's tough, but because remember, they're backed up by the biggest empire, the strongest empire who's got nukes pointed at everyone in the whole world, the US. That's why they're getting away with everything. Now, there was the arrest warrants, they're out. That fool Yahoo can't go to Poland because there's a memorial for the Jewish genocide that happened there. He can't go because Poland said we're going to arrest him, right? So there's certain things. Like I said, Australia is not letting Israelis in. I think there was one Israeli IDF fool who got arrested in Morocco or something like that. Ireland, shout out to you, look, they're telling that they closed their Israeli embassy and they're turning it into a Palestinian museum. So there are some, even, and I'm not talking about, well, some of the Muslim countries, of course, they're like, halas, we don't want nothing to do with you. And you're in Malaysia and Bangladesh or whatnot. But I'm talking about some of the Western countries now, right? The Western countries, they're turning against them as well. They've shown face, bro. Right, a US and UK and Germany and maybe France will always be supporters no matter what. But the fact of the matter is, there's loads of people turning against them. So been mini successes. I don't know where it's going to lead to. The main success obviously will be obviously a free Palestine.
Yeah.
And those two dickheads, not all of them. I mean, actually, not those two, just those two. Hopefully, the whole fucking cabinet get arrested and they get lifetime in prison, man. But inshallah, one day that will happen to them and they'll get what is happening to them. But
Oh man, there's so much to it, man. Listen, man, they did the bombing of the last hospital in Gaza, which broke my heart. And seeing them people all walked out and the rest of it, it's like you guys have got proof here, and still nothing happening. Like it kills people's hope, bro. There's a community online that are heartbroken that we're doing everything we can to scream on the top of our lungs, and minimal is happening, bro. It's like we don't even want talk happening. We want justice. We want justice. We've lost 1,000 bloodlines, bro, in Palestine. 1,000 bloodlines. The fact that this is in history now, and it's going to be very difficult for the Zionists to control the narrative structure.
Oh yeah, they lost that.
The narrative structure of that is gone completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, bro, there's still a percentage of the world that kind of think we, the brown people, are problematic and terrorists and all the rest of it. But there is still a larger majority now that have come to be like seen.
They come to the light. Yeah.
I mean, bro, you know what broke my heart as well, bro? Soul of my soul.
Oh,
Soul of my soul, bro.
They killed him, man. Brother Khalid, I think his name was.
Khalid.
They killed him.
Oh.
That guy, man, he just inspired so much people in the world, man. He was just like a bright light, and they killed his granddaughter, and then they killed him recently as well. Bastards, man. I felt so bad for that one, man. I felt bad for his granddaughter, but when he died as well, I just couldn't. He just had this I don't know, man. This just pureness to this dude, man. And listen, man, they can't write. Listen, in the history, this will be written in history book because it's not just written. We got video footage of everything, right? And when the history books come out, it's gonna say that it's the most evil regime in this time, backed up by one of the other most evil regime, which is the US. And again, not the people. Remember, we're talking about the Zionists that control that, man. Because bare people in almost all the US, I would say, don't want this.
Their money is the Jewish people that live in Israel.
Yeah, bro.
Don't want.
There's a lot of protests going on in Israel. We're trying to, they want to ceasefire. They want, bro. It's crazy, man. I don't.
It's weird because you kind of seen this at a point where, like, during the Iraq War, we weren't clued up, bro. We
young.
Lost a million children.
Well, a million people, yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy. A million, bro. I can't even fathom that right now, yeah?
They're just lucky there wasn't this social media for us to see it. That's why they got away with it, bro. That's why that Julian Assad guy, who was the one who was exposing them through WikiLeaks and all that sort of shit, that's why they put him in prison, bro. Because he exposed that. We didn't know this. We didn't have social media at the time. That's why this one's been recorded live, man, for us to see what they're doing. So they can't change the history books. And the history books will say that Israel took down the US and they both were alone in the world. Honestly.
Crazy.
It's tough, bro. It's a heartbreaking thing, but again, it's the people in charge. It's the Zionists at the end of the day, man. And they got it's a strategy. Same with the Muslim thing you were talking about. This whole time, they spent billions and billions on propaganda to make Muslims look bad. Why? So it's easy for them to go kill 20,000 Muslim children. People are like, oh, it's okay. It's those brown Muslims. They need to die. It's okay. They spent billions on propaganda, bro. But the truth is coming out now. People are seeing, actually, hold on. That was just a strategy of your lot to demonize those Muslims. So when we kill them, so it's easy. People will be like, they're just Muslims, let them die. But not anymore, man. It's changing a lot. And you got to think about this in the world. In the whole world, global world, Korea, Japan, South America, South Africa, you got people, Palestine, free Palestine, they're protesting.
Yeah.
Colors and face from all over the world.
All over the world.
That's not happening for the Zionists. That's not only Zionist protests you see is where? In the US, in the European countries and whatnot. But the whole world, including the European countries, you're getting a free Palestine. Right, so it clearly shows where the world stands. The only thing the world is held hostage by the biggest military, which is the US, basically, because they got nukes pointing at anyone. That's just facts.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It is crazy.
Guys, there's loads you guys can do to help boycott, spread the message, and click on the link below to help support the people of. My God, you know what? I'm going to put some more links up. I'm going to send some to Jeep to put up. I'll pop it up onto the YouTube. So, Yemen, Palestine, Sudan, Congo, and Lebanon.
Syria
and Syria as well. Okay.
And like I say, man, the Jewish faith, freedom from Zionists as well. But yes, we need to do. Listen, the other thing I do, I like to, because my company is Rupert Murdoch and shit, man. Anyway, they have this charity thing where they double your charity. I always pull it through there. Like, oh, you pay them as well, you bitch. So whatever I put, they double it. I'm like, I told through a couple of people in my company, we talk. You know, they're really pro-Palestine as well. They're not happy with the journalism that happens on the company. I was like, listen, use this platform that our company set up, so they have to pay towards the Palestinians as well. And whatnot. So that's
a good idea.
I use it, man. We have everything I put in, they have to double. Once or twice a year, they do a triple. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's more. You fund them as well, you bastards. Anyway,
all right. Listen, man. Yeah, do what you can, guys, and go from there. Definitely.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that was. Let's move on to some of the geeky stuff, man. Let's start off with some of the stuff we watched. First of all, you had a couple of experiences, man. Sonic 3 premiere. Talk us through that, and we're gonna do a review for that because I saw that movie. And I came out. I was dying. That film was so funny. Jim Carrey is just a legend. So we're gonna do a full-on review for that one. So look out for that one. But how was your Sonic 3 premiere experience?
It was really good, man. I've got to say, man.
You can give a quick initial thoughts about the movie.
Yeah. Listen, bro. I think the movie was good fun, great fun. We shout outs to Geek House Show. He invited me as his +1. It's always a great experience, bro. Red carpets, I got to say, because I'm coming from humbled backgrounds, man, to jump on the red carpet and to see people like Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey, bro.
Oh my God.
You know?
He's a legend.
That's what I'm saying.
You saw Idris Elba, Jim Carrey, and shouts to all the rest of the cast. Yeah. Idris Elba, Jim Carrey, and Keanu Reeves. You saw some legends, bro. You saw some serious legends. Jim Carrey.
Amazing. Shout out to Paramount UK for putting on a good show. They had a really good red carpet. They had a good event before that as well. And excuse me, the film was great, bro. It's good fun. I feel like Jim Carrey is in his element, bro. Jim Carrey is in his element. So we'll have a full review on that. Very great experience, bro. I really enjoyed it.
But my initial thoughts, yes, just super enjoyable. But Jim Carrey just absolutely smashed it, man. He's been funny in all of them. Yeah. This one, he killed.
I feel like they've got a balance of, like, to adapt a game to be into a movie. It must have been very hard because a lot of them don't work really well.
Yeah.
And even with this one, the first one, remember when that first trailer came out, people were like, "It scares me."
Yeah, the design. And shout out to the internet, man.
Yeah, man.
And shout out to Paramount for taking
Paramount
it serious.
and the director to say, "All right, let's wait a couple of months. Let's rework
it, yeah.
Bro, listen, that first Sonic film is great. Listen, I've seen all 3 films now. Really enjoyed them. My little girl, Laura, is a proper fan of Sonic right now. She loves Sonic. Bro, I've seen 1 and 2 like 10 times in the past 3 days. She recently saw number 3 again. I took her to the special screening to that as well, which she fully enjoyed, bro. I mean, now she runs around with her hands behind her back like Sonic, which is super cute. So a new generation to something that I loved as a kid to play. Yeah. And now my daughter loves it. So like, it's transcended.
He enjoyed it.
Oh, brilliant.
Proper laughing in the cinema. I'm like, it just whisper. Oh my God, that's the. I'm like, it's whisper, man. But he was funny. He loved it too, man.
No, it's good.
Listen, we'll do a full-on review because it deserves.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie,
bro. Listen, man, and Keanu Reeves was sick.
Oh, he was awesome.
The action's really good. Knuckles makes me laugh. I don't know why Knuckles. His
dialogue, right?
His dialogue. His one-liners crack me up.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, look out for that one. That'll come up probably the week after and whatnot. But awesome. So you had a great experience.
That was a good experience, yeah.
The other one you went to was Mufasa. I was pulling in Mustafa earlier.
Yeah, Mustafa. Yeah, no, Mufasa. So I didn't actually watch the movie. I haven't seen it. So, but again, shout out to Geek House Show. We got to do the red carpet interviews, and great to see all the cast there on the red carpet. It was yellow carpet. Movie I still need to watch. I had to go after the interview.
What's the review saying? Is it any good?
Mixed.
Okay.
Mixed. But I want to watch it because I remember watching. I didn't even finish the first one, the remake.
Lion King, yeah.
Like
The live
couldn't even
action one.
finish it.
Yeah.
But I heard this is different. I mean, I heard Barry Jenkins in the interview when we were talking about it, and you know his process in it and how much more heart it's got to it as well. And a lot of the cast members, they like, you know, who didn't grow up, like they're all in the age era of we grew up with Lion King. So like the fact that they watched it as a kid to now being in the prequel story,
Yeah.
insane, bro. Pretty cool.
That's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you had that experience.
Shout out
as
to
well, man.
Disney. Shout out to Disney.
Shout out to Disney. Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out, shout out. As usual, I didn't get shit in Dubai. Who fucking who? All right, let's try next year, both. Listen, man, the Marvel movies are coming out. Well,
Thunderbolts and Captain America.
Well, we need to push it in Dubai, man. I need to get in there at least for those ones.
Did we get a contact for?
Yeah, we did, man. It was one of after Deadpool Wolverine. We got contact. Remember? They posted. I'll share it with you again. I saved that shit, man.
Why don't you drop them the email this time?
Nah, it needs to come from the Brothers Geek Out email.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Cool. Gilman Ahmed, they can be like, "Who's this for?"
We'll push it.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's try and get that. All right, cool. So those were the premiere experiences. We've watched loads of stuff. I watched loads of stuff over the holiday and stuff like that. Let's start off with Arcane. Now you done a full-on reviews with the boys at Little
Small Time
Critics and whatnot. So you told me about this. I've seen it and I never got into it. So I started watching it. I started watching season 1. And yeah, it's really fucking good, man. I mean, first of all, the animation in itself expresses a lot of story, and they do it so well. That was the first, I first started appreciating the animation from the Spider-Man, Into Spider-Verse, and I was like, wow, they really found a way to express the story and dialogue through animation, right?
Yeah,
and the emotions, and I feel like this does the same thing as well.
100%.
It's done really well. The story is like really deep about the two sisters. I don't know if they're real sisters or they were just like,
no, real sisters. Streets. They're real sisters.
Okay, it's just done really good. The acting,
because their parents got killed in the beginning, and that's when it's gone out of my head.
The Irish dude, or the dad, the pub dude.
Yeah, who kind of took over.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you don't have to be blood to be family, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think this kind of really worked out. But the Children of War, because that was two different societies. Causing issues, the mental health side of things. The music's really good.
That girl, the younger, I can't remember her name, but she's literally talking to herself. Jinx, yeah. I mean, it's literally. So I don't want to go back, but when you talk about Children of War and the mental health and whatnot, I mean, the kids in Gaza, what they're going through. I can't remember. The brother's name is another Jewish brother. He's an old, he talks about trauma and whatnot. I can't remember.
Gabba.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Gabba,
He goes to before this he went to Palestine and he was saying that the children there are the most traumatized in the world, bro. And it just that show kind of reminds me that girl reminds me of that. She's so traumatized about what happened, and it wasn't her fault. She was a young kid. She wanted to help. She made mistakes, big mistakes, and it cost the lives of friends and whatnot, and it led to almost, leaving her, like her sister, kind of not leaving her, like I don't want to know you anymore, but just kind of like it was an anger thing.
Yeah, it was anger. It was out of anger.
Yo, Jinx, fuck off. Yeah, and then, but because she just took that sort to heart, and then the bad guy kind of manipulated her, at that moment, it took her completely.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's really good, man. It's done really well. I'm halfway through season 1. So I can't really give a full, breakdown of it. But so far, it's enjoyable.
No, I'm loving it, bro. I've done both seasons. I watch them really quickly. They're really good, animated so well. Soundtrack's good. The soundtrack now I'm appreciating. Before, it kind of took me out of place because it was almost like Bollywood. They would kind of break out into a little track. But I realized what they did there. Like, it's like a movie, like a game interlude. So I kind of appreciate it now. Like, the more I kind of let it sink in, the more I enjoy it. And I'm telling you, man, great cast, good voice acting, man. The animation is sick, bro. Some of the best animation we've had on Netflix. But we had nothing but animations come out this year, and that's on the top.
Definitely. Okay, cool. Well, listen, we'll talk more about that as I watch through. The other thing that we started watching was Skeleton Crew. Now I came here, I stopped watching it, but we spoke about it a little bit before. It's actually really freaking good, man.
So good.
So far, it's keeping me so much engaged. I'm loving what they're doing, and I'm really curious about Thing's character. Jude Law's character. Yeah. I'm like, you sneaky bastard, man. And he was like, I want to know what sort of Jedi power does he have, because it's something that was a magic or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not fully explained.
Yeah, I've stopped watching since I got here, so I'll carry on later on. But it's really good. It's got me. I mean, this is what I mean about the Star Wars stuff, man. And they've been getting a lot of shit recently. And again, I don't know if it's the whole DEI stuff. I don't know if you're trying to be too philosophical with the story or whatnot. But when you just give a Star Wars adventure, it fucking works.
It works.
Mandalorian,
Exactly
this, for example.
Just give us an adventure. I
Yeah.
don't need to know the deep side of things anymore. Like, I think we came to a point where you need to know the details and we're going to go into the backstory. Give me an adventure, man. I just want to go away. I don't want you to know all the ins and outs of it no more. Because I think that's what the amazing thing still about the first trilogy. That I didn't need to know much, man. I just fully enjoyed it.
Just started off with the little the Empire,
story,
blah blah blah. You're in.
And like, I think now, as an audience, we're told too much. I mean, like, you look at those movies from the 80s, bro, and I think they're perfect examples, yeah? I'm not too happy about a Labyrinth being a remake, but
that's on the list.
Mystery. I think mystery keeps the audience engaged, and it's funny I sat forward there. Hopefully that keeps you engaged, and make sure you guys subscribe because there's 70% of you that's not subscribed. Plug in.
Jedi Mind Trick.
Jedi Mind Trick. Listen, man, you watch a movie like Predator, bro. I don't need to know nothing. You've just entertained me for the past hour and a half. Some silly macho man business, shooting, violence. I love it. But I didn't need to know where the Predator was from, bro.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, man. We do TV shows, right? You have a long form platform to tell us a story, right? So I do think in some ways, if you need to tell backstories, cool. It's just the way it's happening. I don't know. I can't explain it, man. It's just not engaging. I don't know if it's the characters or what, man. But I feel like
this works.
Yeah, this one works.
This works. Like, I don't need to know much.
We're not told much. Oh, here's this planet. We find out later on it's a secret planet.
Yeah.
These kids, they go on an adventure. Oh, I've heard about Jedis. It's just nice. This doesn't go into a backstory. It's like, oh, this kid was born on this day, and as a baby, this happened. Now I don't need to know that shit. And even with the pirates, we don't need to know the backstory.
Yeah. It's fun. I think it's a fun, easy, watchable show, and a lot of people seem to be liking it, bro, which is good.
So far, I'm enjoying it. So far,
good.
I haven't thought like this is shit. So I mean, listen, we'll keep watching it. I'm gonna carry on watching it.
Definitely.
As probably watch it when I get back to Dubai or maybe later on. All right, what's happening? We're back. People who are watching the video will probably notice that we are not in the same location again. Due to timing, we weren't able to finish the podcast yesterday. Kim had to go work and loads of things going on. So we're here to finish off the podcast in our usual format of a Zoom. But yeah, cool. Let's carry on where we left off. We were talking about what we watched. The next thing that we watched I started watching Damon Wayans' new show called Papa's House.
Oh, what's that like?
Simple. You know what? Think Wife and Kids. Just think new season of Wife and Kids. It's got that same sort of format. I think it's the exact same set. It looks like the same house, same set, everything just kind of remodeled and whatnot. He's older. He's a radio host and whatnot. He's got his real son in it. What's his son's name? Something Wayne. I can't remember. No.
He was in the other guys.
Yeah. So it's you know what? It's Wife and Kids. It's that kind of humor. It's funny. It's fun.
Yeah.
Not hard to watch. 20-minute episodes. It's Damon Wayans just being funny. It's enjoyable. I'll
have to check that out.
I think what he puts in these shows is just family element. You know what I mean? Like different struggles or different perspectives of what other families go through. And he just kind of expresses it in a comedy way. It's decent. If you like Wife and Kids, if you like Damon Wayans, you'll like this. There's no. Nothing.
No, I'll check that out definitely. I did hear about it, and I was like, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Do check out if you have a chance. The other thing I watched, right, talking about animation, Secret Level on Amazon. So
yes.
I actually have not finished the last episode because I left just before that, so I need to watch that one. But
I just seen the first episode.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Dungeons and Dragons, which was really good.
So good. I mean, I feel like this is my opinion. I feel like this show, and you'll notice as you watch it, I feel like this show, what their main objective is, one of their main objectives is just to show the advancement of digital effects. Like, how real can you make it look? Like, this is almost scary to be like, if we can make digital effects look this real with some of the characters, then when AI takes over scripts and is able to create scripts and create a whole digital flicking movie with this kind of level of realism, I feel like it's showing that from one aspect. Because when you go through the show, bro, when you see some episodes, you're like, and this is crazy. Like 10 years ago, we probably saw like, I don't know, the Final Fantasy animation, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh, this looks so real. But when you look at it now, you're like, oh, I could tell it's computer graphics, right? Maybe it's
yeah.
like what we're, what our eyes are attuned to over the time. But through the advancement technology, this takes it to another level, man.
Mm,
Fun little stories, again, an easy watch, fun little stories based on different video games. A lot of the games Ash is familiar with, I'm not. But if you're not into the video games, you still enjoy it.
appreciate it
Where
for
people,
what it is. Like even with like that first episode, I was I was blown away about how it looked. You know, it's like watching the game section of a movie section, and just
cutscene.
smooth, bro, and it looked so good. A couple of people said that they didn't really enjoy it when I saw like some of their reactions online, but
Ah,
I suppose because they're so in deep with the game, where I'm a bystander who just enjoys
mm,
the art.
mm.
So I could take the story for what it is, but I think we're at a point now where we're expecting more.
Yeah,
We're expecting
yeah,
more from something like that. And I feel like I think we're given more than enough. Like,
too much.
as I said about, like, the mystery of stuff. People don't like mystery no more. People like to be told everything and given everything. Where we like mystery still. Like when we read a comic book, we know that we're gonna have to wait a week or two for the next issue to come out. We still in that part of the generation, but like Gen Z and the next generation, they can't wait, bro. Give me everything. Tell me all the information straight away. And you can't appreciate art like that, bro. That's me anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
look,
me anyway.
listen, if you were invested in the video games and the characters in a way, listen, I haven't seen the last episode. I don't want to spoil it actually, so I won't say nothing, but
All right, cool.
there's certain characters in the games, in certain games that I've invested my time in. So I could understand from their perspective, if I got a certain story from one of the characters I've invested with and it's not hitting the mark, I could be like, oh man, could have done something better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm with you. I haven't played these games and I'm only familiar with some of them. I saw the episode with Shifu, which was awesome. And I felt like that episode was specifically for that video game, in my opinion. I'm like, that suited it. That was perfect. So it
Yeah.
depends because some video games get deep in story and get deep in characters. Um, so I haven't seen the last episode. So my favorite character in video game history, Kratos, has not, I guess I just spoiled it, has not appeared yet. So I'm expecting him to show up in the last one because he was in the trailer. And now I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
was in the trailer. So if I
Okay.
don't get a good episode with Kratos, then I'm kind of like, where's my Kratos?
Are
I'll,
they
I'll be
interlinked?
no, they're not
Okay,
separate
that's cool.
games.
So it's
It would
separate
have been,
stories. All right.
I reckon it would have been cool if they're interlinked, but you're talking about so many different developers getting
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
rights and
yeah.
saying, can
That's what
we
I was gonna
interlink
say. Yeah,
it?
that's too much because it almost made me have like that what if feel. What if this was
Yes,
like,
yes.
what they're doing? But I know what they did with the what ifs, which they could have kept separated from the sacred timeline and the MCU, is to just have separate stories. I think like they did with Midnight Werewolf. Like you're like
Yes.
such a great piece there, separated from everything else. Like they need to do more projects like that. But anyway, a secret level,
Yeah.
definitely. I can't wait to catch up.
Yeah, talk about What If. Did you watch it? Because we can might as well go straight to What If. Did you watch it?
I haven't, bro. I am way behind. I haven't seen Agatha. I haven't seen What If.
Okay. Well, What If is exactly what you just said. Listen, it's animation, it's fun, it's what if. So it's supposed to be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's whatever stories, Elseworld stories, all this sort of stuff. Yes, there's a connection. What they ended up doing with the what if stories is they ended up interlinking it like into one chaotic thing. I kind of agree. I'm on the last bit of the episode, the final episode of season 3. I'm not gonna spoil it or anything.
yeah,
This whole season, there's certain episodes that were fun that I appreciate. There's certain episodes that I'm like, okay, whatever. But that's
yeah,
my point. It's what if. So when I think whatever, I'm like, that's a what if story. Let it be. I think
yeah, yeah,
my only criticism as just one perspective for me is I'm not getting much what if stories of the characters I love, right?
yeah,
So it kind of throws me back. Now I know you're trying to introduce new characters, you're putting them in, whatever. But there's certain stories of certain characters, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. It's on the TV.
mm,
I'm not saying it's crap because I appreciate it's a what if story, but I would prefer and I would have geeked out way more of seeing more what if stories of the characters I love. I mean, you've seen episode 1, right?
No, I haven't, bro.
No, you haven't
I
even seen
haven't.
that. Okay, cool. So that's my only criticism. I do agree though that I don't think there's any need to connect the what if stories, interlink them to one big final battle. I say make them completely unique, fun stories,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's
I
it.
think it would have been interesting if they went like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed what we've got. Uh, but like having it completely separate just gives that I don't know, mystery again, bro. I just kind of want like to enjoy things for it, not just because it's connected. And I think that's what's happening now. It's like all these connected universes that are coming out. You know, Harry Potter, and now we got there's loads happening right now. I mean, we got Cobra, we got a Karate Kid universe. Like, who would have thought we'd be in a time where we have a world, a different dimension where Cobra Kai exists, bro? Like, so you're looking at all of this. Like, I think what Marvel have done, which is interesting, is open up this whole new world. But what it's done for other franchises is grow them as well. And it's like, wow, this actually works. But the mystery of it is gone.
Yeah,
We're
yeah. I
slowly
agree.
losing the magic. Personally, that's just me. I still enjoy things for the art of it, but like even like you saw in our top 10 list, like we've we've grown a bit, and you've started to see different types of movies slowly slotting back in there because we want. You said like it's what how it makes us feel, right? We had one MCU in our top 10.
Well, it was my number one, to be fair. But yes, it
Yeah,
made me
yeah,
feel
I
better. You're right.
know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Before it would have been we've got five of them in there because five of them came out and we were, excited and the rest of it. Like, but I remember my top 10 from 5 years ago. I don't think I had Avengers Endgame in my top. It wasn't
You
even in, it
must
was in
have.
the top five. It
You
wasn't
must
the
have. You
top,
must have.
it wasn't my number one. No.
I bet you I can't remember off the top of my head, but I bet you was my number one just because of the feelings. But no, I agree. Look, yes, you could do multiverses and Marvel set that all up and whatnot. I think with the what if
Yeah, yeah.
stories, and I enjoyed season 1, 2, and 3 as well. I enjoyed it, but it's kind of like season 3. I've got to that. It's not fatigue. I'm just like, oh, can you give me more what if stories of the characters that that I love?
Yeah.
Um, please, there's no need to introduce new characters. Maybe throw them in there, but I don't want to. Like, there's one that I want to say, but I don't want to spoil it for you or anything like that. But I really wanted to. Like, there's two specifically. I was like, ah, come on, what was the point? Now, not what was the point. It was kind of like, I don't care about them. You know what I mean? That's me. But I'm sure a lot of fans would do it. And again, on the flip side, they're what if stories. So it's like, gee, shut your mouth because they're what if stories. They're whatever. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, look, that was what if. It's pretty cool. I am gonna finish it. And listen, the animation's sick. When you see some of the battles, bro, we're talking amazing animation. Marvel's own unique style of animation, which makes it fun. So it's definitely worth a watch. Um, on the next thing, did you watch that movie? Let's go into some movies, man. Did you watch What If?
Yeah.
What If as well? Sorry, Carry On. Did you watch Carry On?
Yes, I watched Carry On. You heard my thoughts on that. Me and Jakub had a bit of beef. I love beefing with Jakub because he likes Dumb and Dumber too. Uh, I'll never let go of that. Like that was one of the movies that made me angry. And uh, if you drew on the wall with that smile on your face, I'm not gonna be happy, Daddy. You should see this smile on Nia's face right now. Her teeth are coming out, so I feel like she's done something bad. Sasa, you want to show him the drawing? We'll show him after. Uh, Carry On was really good. I think Taron Egerton is a good actor, and Jason Bateman is amazing. I love Jason Bateman,
He's the
hands down.
best. Yeah, he's
Whichever,
so good.
whatever he does, animation, live action, comedy, serious, Ozark, uh, uh, and now playing the villain is it suits him. Like I got this. He has this unique voice. I got to say, he's got a unique voice. His verbals are very good. His like comedic timing is very good. Uh, but bro, this was for me a just Die Hard ripoff with Phone Booth, Joe Schumacher's Phone Booth. It was a
Mm.
mixture of Die Hard 2 and Phone Booth.
Yeah.
with Colin Farrell, if you remember that movie.
I remember that movie. Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
a decent, all right movie.
yeah, it was a decent film. It had Kiefer Sutherland and thing. This, like this type of movie should give you that. It's a Christmas Die Hard film, bro. I feel like this was like Die Hard 6 or 7. This was it. You know what I mean? Very interesting ways of uh, like what they tried to do, but it's just a watch for me. It wasn't like very good like Jakub said. I mean, what did you think?
Bro, the same as you. It was a watch. I'm not saying it was very good. Jakub goes overexcited. I know he keeps trying
Very
to
good, very good. He puts a
always
B in front of the V. Very good.
yeah, very good. I know Jakub. Oh, and he always tries to defend it by, oh, you only like watching movies with men in tights. I'm like, if you watch our podcast, like it's everything, Jakub. So no, that's bullshit. Yes, we like our men in tight movies, but we also like loads of other movies. This wasn't a very good movie. It was good. It was okay.
No, it was a good
fun to
film. It
watch.
was a good
I
watch.
left it,
Good
yeah,
watch.
I left
Good
it on.
watch.
I had a bit of suspense. Bateman is the dude. Like, listen, talk about a versatile actor who I don't think gets the what do you call it? The credit he does for
The
the
credit he
versatility.
deserves. Yeah.
He gets credit, but not for his versatility, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
Ozark to Horrible Bosses to this, he's just so good. He's
Yeah.
so freaking good. And I feel like he almost plays himself in all of them, but different. If that makes he's still himself. He's
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah,
like,
100%. Like,
but he can play the villain, he can play the serious one, he can play the comedy, all in his self.
and
He's awesome.
heartfelt, bro. Even in the Wild Robot as the Fox, he was amazing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like, listen, credits to Jason Bateman because he's wicked.
Yeah.
But carry on the movie. It's a good watch.
So. They tried to say
No,
it's like
Jakub, better good.
Yeah,
Give it Oscar and everything. You know what?
Nah.
I gotta love Jakub because he's. I shouldn't expose his name. He sees the joy in everything. That guy, and he really gets like he's the guy you want to go cinema with because he's the one moving around in the seat, getting excited.
Yeah.
Like Jakub's like interactive. He's one of those interactive dudes. Like you poke him and he'll laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think there's a single movie out there that he does not enjoy. So you gotta love that about him. He definitely enjoys everything and he sees the joy in everything. But Dumb and Dumber being his greatest movie, Dumb and Dumber 2 being his greatest movie of all time is questionable. Anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, the other movie I watched was The Piano Lesson.
I haven't seen that.
Great
but
cast. It's I can't memorize all the cast. I normally have it all prepared. I'm sorry, man, I don't because locations and everything. But Sam Jackson, did you remember what's Denzel's son's name? Have I gone blank?
Mr. Washington Jr. No, I'm joking. It's gone right out of my head.
Yeah, I should quickly Google it, to be honest with you.
You know what? Listen, he's amazing. It had Ray Fisher in there. It's got a great cast, bro.
Yeah. John David Washington, Daniela Deadwaller, Ray Fisher, Samuel Jackson, Corey Hawkins.
Yeah.
Who else was in it, man? Who's the director? Great movie. Great movie. However,
go on.
Performances off the chain, right? They're the best of the best, right? For me personally, and I appreciate the story. I appreciate how from what I understood, the sentimental value, the history, the family history, which is aligned to this piano, right? A family heirloom that means so much to the family, not just I bought this and I've had it for 20 years. No, this is going through generation. There was hardship, slavery times, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all of that. There was a bit of a scary bit to it, man. It was a bit like a what do you call it? Horror, not horror. Yeah, kind of like a ghost thing and whatnot. Spiritual thing. This is how that there's some spiritual side to some exorcist shit going on with his piano. But it was dialogue heavy, which is not a bad thing. Like the whole movie is dialogue, right? So it's not a bad thing or anything at all. But for me personally, I just found it a little bit boring in the sense that some of the dialogue and scenes, and I know it all meant something, don't get me wrong, but just for me personally, it just felt like it didn't take me anywhere, or the dialogue didn't captivate me in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
certain specific scenes. It was kind of like dialogue for the sake of dialogue. Not for the sake of dialogue, but there's a lot to it. But
It was
you
art,
know,
bro. This is an art movie, isn't it? So,
yeah, you could say
from what
that.
I heard, it's again mixed reviews. It's like you have to be a fan of watching art movies, like avant-garde, right? So again, it's a dialogue-heavy movie. Uh,
Yeah,
I still need to watch it. That's one I will check out. But as you said, it's like one of those watches where uh, it's not like a clear-cut story, right?
it didn't feel like that. Listen, if maybe it's me that didn't, because I got kind of bored of the dialogue, so that's why I didn't follow it and whatnot all the way. Does that make sense? So what I
Yeah,
told you in the beginning about the piano, the heirloom, sentimental value, history,
that's
slavery
what you
behind
picked
it,
up
blood,
on.
certain way. That's what I picked up on. That's what I took away. That's what I appreciate. If there was more to it than that, I definitely didn't probably take away. And listen, again, maybe it's me because you said that's correct. You said what you said is correct. It's art in the form of a movie making, in the form of storytelling, dialogue. I can maybe I'm just what do you call it, man? A basic dude, man. But I could listen to a Quentin Tarantino movie or a the Guy Ritchie movie and listen to that dialogue and just be entertained throughout. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah, and
Because
that
it's specific conversations, right? Uh, look, some movies are going to capture us, some movies are not, bro. But this is what I want to watch it because it's got, great writing, great cast, great director. So I do want to check this out. But as you said, it's one of those movies you can't just slap on and you get into it straight away. You've got to be in a certain mood to say, all right, you know what, I'm gonna watch this movie, and then maybe in that mind frame, you maybe enjoy it because it's a movie that either it's been talked about or I've seen some of the boys interview some of the cast members for it and the director for it. So it's like, all right, I'll give it a go, but it looks like a movie that I'm not going to get drawn into straight away.
mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is. You listen, like I said, if you have the time to watch it,
Yeah,
definitely watch it. I will. I like I said, I wanted to watch it because of the cast. I saw some of the small time critics guys, Mohammed, interviewing the cast, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
okay, I'm interested. It just didn't captivate me as throughout the whole movie and whatnot. Doesn't make it a bad movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying from my perspective, I got bored at certain times. Just
Yeah,
me
yeah.
personally. All right, let's move on. Did you watch Kraven the Hunter?
Bro, I watched the first 20 minutes and I still need to watch the rest. But tell me,
Well,
did
yeah,
you watch
yeah.
it?
Well,
What
obviously,
happened?
this movie got absolutely slated. I thought you watched it, but obviously you watched 20 minutes and said basic. Listen, love Aaron Taylor Johnson. I think he's awesome. Russell Crowe, obviously awesome. Yeah, this movie, man, just did not hit. Okay, well, hold on. The action was cool. I have to say, like, the action was kind of entertaining. I'm not saying it was groundbreaking. Some of the
Mm.
car chases and stuff were cool, not groundbreaking. The way his movement was and everything, cool, not groundbreaking. Okay, it's cool to watch, right? None of it was groundbreaking, but yeah, it was bad. It was. I mean, that origin. The for some reason they gave a basic like little origin story in the beginning of how he became Kraven the Hunter. I don't know why. Why do that? What a bit of random magic potion mixed with a bit of lion blood gave you this lion powers, man. Eagle powers like Nacho or something, man. I would have preferred a Nacho story.
Eat the
Eat
egg, yeah, eat
eat
the
an
egg,
eye.
man. Eagle egg,
Lion
man.
egg. Yeah, man. Eat a lion egg. They don't lay eggs, but eat a lion egg. And then dive. And then you became. I would have preferred that over what they gave me. It was just so random. Some random. I'm spoiling it. Some
No,
random girl.
spoil it, man. I heard.
Yeah. Like their mother, basically, like real quick, man, real quick. Like the way it starts off, their mother dies. They're part of a gangster family. Russell Crowe's the father. The father says, "All right, your mother's dead. We're going hunting." Maybe that's the way they handle grief. Then in this hunting trip, the father's a bit of a dick, right? He's that kind of gangster. We got to be men, and that's it. Get over your mother, blah blah blah. He likes one son, which is Craven. He kind of not like the other son, type of thing. The two kids go off. Big ass lion. This lion looks healthy as fuck, man. I'm talking about muscles and everything. So that lion's definitely eating well.
Doing
Decides to see these
push-ups.
kids. There's
Yeah.
this random kid, this other woman, other girl, sorry, random, out of the blue, I don't know where. She speaks to her grandmother. She gets this magic potion. God knows what this potion's about, right? And then he gets scratched up by the lion, munched up or whatnot. His backpack saved him. I don't know. Then, Bo, somehow she feeds him this medicine. Bit of lion blood fell in him. The lion, for some reason, this hench lion decided to go away. He gets lion eagle powers. Sorry, I shouldn't say eagle, but lion powers. That's the origin story. I'm like, that's poor. And then the rest of the film is kind of like almost like a revenge. He's like a vigilante. So they're turning all these Spider-Man villains into literal vigilantes, right? And then his brother gets kidnapped, who turns out to be Chameleon. His brother turns out to be Chameleon, which
Oh,
wasn't like, wow, oh my God, we're getting Chameleon. It's like Sony, you don't even know what the fuck you guys doing here. Um, and then that's it. It's a revenge story to get his brother back, man. And he's kind of like a hunter. If you're on his list, you're gonna get smashed. And he's in a
so
way,
listen,
he's an expert in
Pollux
catching.
Pollux Troy, Pollux Troy is in this
Yes,
movie.
Rhino. Yeah, yeah.
Pollux Troy from Face Off is in this movie. Like I haven't seen that guy since Face Off. Uh, that is crazy, bro. Because I remember seeing the trailer and I was like, "Is that Pollux Troy from Face Off?" Anyway, I heard he's the right now. I saw the images. That was going to be leaked anyway. What the
Yeah.
hell was that ending about, bro? What did that? You tell me what you thought when you saw that, because originally, when you saw some of the images of Rhino, I was like, oh right, they made him look like comic book Rhino, like with the two horns and the
Yeah.
costume, but he is got like some sort of rhino blood in his body.
Again, they mention New York. They mention a scientist there. I'm assuming it could be the scientist. Doctor. What's his name? Lizard. What's his name again?
Lizard, yeah, Lizard. We're gonna call him Lizard Man.
Yeah,
Lizard.
Doctor
I mean,
Lizard. Yeah, I'm assuming it's that. They keep mentioning that. Yeah, he has this backpack which has a tube. That he has a tube, and then if you take that tube, I don't even know, man. He becomes Rhino when he puts the tube in or something. I don't know. Um. Listen, Sony, and okay, that's the movie, bro. Listen, not my favorite. Ashraf was like yesterday was staying up. He goes, I want to watch Kraven. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I'm not gonna if you're gonna waste your life watching Kraven, I'm going to sleep. I told him actually, if you're gonna waste your life watching that, do it at work or something. Like watch while you're at work, watch it. Um, not great, man. Not great. If you want to watch it in 15-minute segments, you could do so, man.
you know
It's
what the
just
thing is? I have to, because it was like Madame Web.
oh
I had
God.
to. Now, Lord knows what happened to this. I know Sony's CEO came out saying that, it's actually a really good film. I think the critics have been horrible on it. But then it's like, hold up.
To be fair, it's not. I mean, my opinion, it's not a great
No,
movie.
exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
bro. The movie's bad, bro. The movie is bad. Like Madame Web, it was bad.
Oh
You know
God,
what? Listen,
so
the
bad.
only reason why Venom has worked is Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Tom
100%.
Hardy.
Tom
Yeah.
Hardy's performance and what they tried in that without linking it to Spider-Man. Look, man, I rate them. Yeah, listen, those movies, they're entertaining. Then they're not bad, they're entertaining. But Madam Web and Kraven, did they do anything else, Sony Universe?
Yeah. All the vampire Mobius.
Mobius, come on, man. You
Terrible.
guys, like,
But do you know? So first of all, they're stopping this universe. So they said they're putting a halt on it.
yes,
Good because they're losing so much
finished.
money. Secondly, did you know that they had the rights to use Spider-Man anytime? People at the beginning were speculating, saying no, Marvel made a deal saying you can't use Spider. No, they could have any time. So the fact that you had the right to, you didn't even put a cameo in there. You didn't even mention there's a guy swinging around like whatnot. The whole reason why people watch these movies is because of Spider-Man. You think they give
Mm-hmm.
a shit about else? You
Yeah,
think they
go.
care about any of these villains? Really? No, man. The only reason what makes these villains, in my opinion, amazing is Spider-Man, and they just
100%.
messed that completely up. So Sony just didn't know what they're doing. They had the ability to use Spider-Man, they chose not to, which was just listen.
Not a
I'm no
smart idea.
expert. I'm
The
not an
thing
expert,
is,
but
they
I'm a
don't even
fan.
have to put him in the movie. Like, they could talk about Peter Parker. They can, the symbiote one really annoyed me about Venom, bro. That one really annoyed the hell out of me. You've given Venom, like, how? Like, it doesn't work. And my guy's moving around like Spider-Man, climbing and everything. And I'm like, that like that's like one of the core things. Like, how do you take that out? Anyway, listen,
Isn't
the
that a point
films are
of a
great, and
symbiote?
it's
Like
exactly it replicates
yes,
its host.
exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? And then it will
Well,
take when it goes to another host, it will take whatever it takes from there, which is Eddie Brock's anger for Peter Parker, and
exactly,
kind of
exactly.
more than that. To do this to Kraven as well. Kraven had I heard like in the Spider-Man game, Kraven had a really good story in it.
Yes, yes, yes. I haven't
Yeah.
played it, but I've heard that too. Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna bring this character onto the big screen. Uh and it's like horrible writing, horrible directing, horrible visuals. Like I feel like you just guys just gave up. Like here's the money, but then suddenly say, "Hey, we're gonna take some money back because I know it's gonna be shit in cinema." But it's not that. Like you can't blame critics on that. Like when you're giving that to us a day before it releases nationwide,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like come like
They released, bro, this is how desperate they were. They released what, 15 minutes, first
eight
20 minutes, so they
minutes.
move on
Yeah,
YouTube, 8 minutes, sorry, on
yeah,
YouTube, and you were that desperate that you had to because they were scared after all the failures of everything else. They
yeah,
were scared and they exactly got the same fate, bro, because it was bad. I mean, listen, I know they were contractually bound to make a movie every couple years, right? With Sony
yeah.
or whatever, with Marvel and everything. Well, be strategic about it, man. Say, look, can we change the contract a little bit? Let us be strategic. Can we or use Spider-Man? Use him. Like you had, listen, after No Way Home or Far From Home, whichever the one with the multiverse one, you should have said, shit, man. Let's get one of them guys back. Let's get Andrew Garfield back. You know what? Let's get Andrew Garfield back. Put him in there. Make it his universe. Just do that because
Bro.
all this talk about Sinister Six. What Sinister Six? These guys are all good guys. They're all good. You made them all good guys. They're not villains. They're good
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So what Spider-Man villains are there? They are not Spider-Man villains. You made them all good guys. So don't like Spider-Man wouldn't have a problem with them really because they're not killing innocent people or doing bad things. So
Exactly. But to be honest, Spider-Man in general, like in the comic books, like is never looking to kill them anyway. He's always
no,
tried to
he's
find
no.
some sort of good in them, like and I think as I've grown older now and understand Spidey a little bit more, like he knows that they've just gone down the wrong path. And he's always trying. I've noticed Spidey is like the one that's always trying to pull him back into the light. And you see that clearly in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2, where he's like, Doc, look what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, look what you're doing. Like this is not you. And I think sometimes, and this is us in everyday life as well, anger does take over us. 100%. Vengeance takes over us. Little minor little things, we let them take over us. But for some people, it will take them to the next edge. And that's where you got Doc Ock and the Vulture and everybody else. Like Vulture's story in Spider-Man uh, Homecoming is so I find it so what's the word? Infectious because I know how he would feel like. He had everything taken away from him. Why wouldn't somebody go down that path when everything's been taken away from them? You either move on and you move on to new things and you do try new things. But I think that's the cool thing about Spidey villains, bro. That's
Yeah.
because they've just gone down a different path, but really and truly deep inside, it's not the path they wanted to take, but it was just the one they had there at the moment. Like they're opportunists. They took it. Like they were like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin saving. Norman didn't want to do all that shit. That guy had the split personality disorder and PTSD and I love that guy, bro. You know what I mean? The guy suffered a lot for everything that he put together, for everything to be taken away from him.
Mm.
Crazy, bro. But yeah,
Well, you're right with Spidey. I remember a comic. I was just trying to find. I couldn't find it, but I remember some comic I read where Cap even says it to Spidey. You're the best of us. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. I
Spider-Man
mean,
Blue. Spider-Man Blue.
okay, yeah,
Was
yeah.
it Spider-Man Blue where he's growing older?
I believe so. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly the thing, but listen, you even see it in Civil War, the movie, if you want to put it that way, where Cap just gives him strike. Like remember, like Brooklyn, like where you from, Queen? You got heart, kid. Like
Yeah.
Cap always saw something in Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is that guy. It's just disappointing
Mm.
that. you had this Spider-Man, you had this opportunity of this Spider-Man universe, and you didn't even use Spider-Man. You didn't use your greatest asset, as Thanos would
That's
have
what
said.
I'm
You
saying.
didn't
Like
even
that's
use your
your great.
greatest weapon, in this, which was Spider-Man, and you thought you could create a whole universe. Like, what are you thinking?
Oh,
Uh,
bro, we need to make a meme.
yes, do the thing, bro, do the thing. Yeah, it's like you know the line that Thanos says to Strange. But yes, do the meme, bro. Like we'll do all the Sony universe thing, and you got Thanos saying you didn't use your what you usually get the quote exactly, and then have a picture of Spider-Man there. But that's a meme that you need to put out there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's it. Let's do that, bro. Yeah, that's it.
yeah. All right, man. Well, look, that was our review for Kraven. Sorry, guys. I don't like to shit on things, but I'm sweating here, like thinking, I don't want to shit on it, but I have to.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
What's going on, man,
Cool.
brothers?
And I don't think we wanted to do a full-on review for Craven. It's not worth it. It's not worth doing that. Cool. Next thing, Squid Game. Squid Game season 2. Um,
I haven't
this
started
would
it yet.
this would have fallen into my 2024 one top 10 best TV shows, but I didn't watch it by then when we
Okay.
done it, so I couldn't put it in there. Brilliant, bro. It's brilliant. I don't think they fell off. In my opinion, I don't think they fell off from season 1. The same intensity was there.
Mm.
The story was great. I won't spoil it since you ain't seen it, but the story was great. It wasn't just, the games are there and that's what you want to see, but there's more
Yeah.
to it now. This guy's
Okay.
been traumatized after season 1. The main character who plays him, who's awesome actually. He's really good. I give him credit in all the credit in the world because he learned English to be in Star Wars, and I know Acolytes wasn't the greatest, but I have to give him credit. He was awesome. But what's my guy's name? Where is he? There we go. No, no. Why is he not the main first face there? No, that's not him. Damn. How is it on the cast list that he's not the fa first face there? Anyway. Oh no, there we go. Lee Jang Jae. Lee Jang Jae. Um, he's awesome. His character's obviously in this one, he's basically been traumatized and he's trying to remember at the end of season 1, he basically wants to find who's creating these games and put a stop to it, basically. And that's what it leads on to this season. I won't spoil too much from it, but
Okay.
it's good. But same intensity as the
Yeah.
first one.
Okay.
So
The only thing about the last one I didn't enjoy was the last 10 minutes of the season 1.
okay.
I didn't really like that part with the old guy, and I don't know, something threw me off about it. But other than that, I'm looking forward to season 2. Definitely one to watch.
Cool. Definitely worth watching though if you haven't. Definitely and all the memes are out. Not memes, sorry. All the TikTok. The show sets trends, bro. All these
Yeah, yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
trends coming out now. You know when you see them and whatnot. There's characters that you love. There's characters that you hate. There's characters that want to love. But yeah.
No, definitely I'll check it out. That's one on my list to watch as well and catch up on.
All right. There was a couple trailers, and then we'll move on to news. Karate Kid Legends trailer. We done the trailer
Mm.
reaction, guys. Check that out. Looks freaking fun. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. When Jackie showed up, I got goosebumps. I'm like, oh shit, this is awesome. So I know the nostalgia's too much and the cheesiness can be too much, but when I saw Jackie walk in, I was like, yes.
I like
The
where
only
they're
thing,
going with this. I like where
yeah,
this going. It looks
I
like
think
he's
they killed
not going to
our.
be coming into Cobra Kai.
I think they killed our theory. Like we had a theory, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think they
we had
killed
a
it. Yeah.
theory. They killed it. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Or they clarified it. Our theory was wrong. But
that's
I
right.
thought I would have thought that. Listen, I'm no script writer, but I would have thought that would have been a good connection. But he came into the dojo saying, "I'm looking for are you looking for Sensei Miyagi?" There's something about hearing Jackie saying the word Sensei Miyagi. Like, no, I'm not here for Sensei Miyagi. I felt something, man, like a respect, you know what I mean? I don't know what it
Yeah, yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. He
Um,
goes. I think what we saw in that trailer was that he he he's trying to teach the student, but he wants to see the student's journey. So he's like,
yeah,
look, I've got respect for Miyagi, but really and truly, I've come to you because you're the student, and it's what Miyagi has passed on to you, and I want to be able to do that with my student, but he's having difficulties. So why not student teach student? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh, Listen, I'm
And
interested. Listen, bro, that all I heard was the little and I was like, ah,
that was cool.
this is
And
mine. I'm so
Ben,
excited.
bro, Ben Wong can move, bro.
Yeah,
Listen,
bro.
I remember we were talking before. There was a funny meme going around that finally, after 30 years, Karate Kid finally has a main Asian Karate Kid, right? The main character being Asian. But this Ben Kid, listen, man, no criticism to the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai's, all of them. I know some of them train, some of them don't, whatnot. Um,
This man
but
looks like he can move.
he can move, bro. I see him on the wooden dummy. I'm like, what? This kid can move. I've seen him do something. I'm like, listen, this. I reckon with Jackie Chan behind this, especially in the choreographing, it's going to be a next level Karate Kid. So looking forward to that. The other trailer we got, which was super hype, Superman. And we
Boom.
got a Superman trailer. Everyone, I said it on my reaction. Everyone and their mothers and their dogs and their goats done a trailer reaction. Our ones are out there as well. The hype was. Listen, man, like I didn't watch any breakdowns. I'm not into that anymore,
No,
to be
same
honest.
man.
I did like what Yusuf was saying. He done a reaction and he was saying that the whole philosophy or what his perspective of the whole philosophy of looking up is basically like if you can look up, you can stand up. If you can look up, you can move
Yeah,
forward.
yeah,
If you
yeah, yeah,
stand up,
yeah.
you can look. So I liked what Yusuf, his perspective on that. Bro, the trailer blew up the internet as it would. There's loads of things in there. We started having conversations about his costume, and I wanted to get into that. And now we're seeing it in the trailer. I have to agree with James Gunn here. I have to. I'm going to put it out there, right? Superman does not have to have a tight-butted costume, bro. He doesn't have to. Why can it not be loose like Captain America? Listen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cap's uniform in Endgames and Event and Infinity, like it turned into like a military type combat uniform. I'm not saying Superman has to have a military, but why does Superman suit have to be tight-butted? It doesn't have to be, bro. Like a wet t-shirt, he called it. I call it tight-butted, but it's like a wet t-shirt. It doesn't have to. Like, listen, Snyder, Henry Cavill's suit, epic beyond epic. Red underpants suit, without a doubt, is iconic, bro. Red underpants. I'm glad
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't mind it being baggy. I don't mind it being. And why? Okay, look, he did work out. He didn't get as big as Henry Cavill. It doesn't look like it. But I don't think, in my opinion, I like it. I'm gonna say I like it. Like it's a bit loose and whatnot. I'm cool with it.
No, which is totally understandable. I think I know what comic books he's going for and the look he's going for. I remember putting some images up that kind of blew up on our threads. Uh, there's a piece that John Romita Jr. did. It's a new 52 Superman with the collars and the way the cape hangs and everything. Like Dave Coruscant looks the part, bro. Like, you know, he's got that stature for him as well. I think what it is because I think comic book fans and people that see Superman, you see the type about the skin tight suit. I'm cool with adaptation, and I think what James brings to this is he's a guy all about costumes and setups and characters, and there's a reason why he's gone for this, and it's going to work with the story that he's doing, because look what he's done, bro. Like I've already seen some posts saying some of the test screenings have gone really good, bro. Like the trailer's done over 50 million already.
No, I think it's done more, bro. Overall, I think it's done like nearly 250 million or something in the first 20. It's probably done more in the first 24 hours. I believe it's something big like that. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
no, yeah,
That's
listen,
crazy.
like they introduce and what I love about this, and I appreciate it. We're not giving you an origin story. We're in. The trailer
Yeah.
starts,
We're
and I
in.
think it
Yeah.
gives an expectation of what the movie's about. We're in a story, we're in a battle already, and you see different characters in this already, that is already introducing and whatnot. But you know, you see Crypto for the first time. There's a soft spot
Yeah.
for him for some reason. I have a
Yeah.
soft spot too. I am so looking forward to this. It made me really emotional. The score was perfect to just bring back the original. You're seeing loads of things like there's the Green Lantern dude.
Oh, it's Nathan Fillion. He's playing Jay Garrick. Is it Jay Garrick? No, Guy Gardner. Sorry, Guy Gardner.
Yeah. And people are
Yeah.
criticizing the way he looks. He does look weird, but James Gunn was like, "Well, look at the comics. Look at the picture accuracy." I'm like, "Okay, I can appreciate that." When you showed evidence of like, "Well, this is what it's supposed to look," and I want to imitate that a little bit, I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm
Because
cool
he
with
shows
that."
respect to the artists and the creators and the writers. And that's one thing I like about James. Look, James has had a very unusual past, but when it comes to creating, writing, and respect to the source material, bro, there's nobody better, I think, out of all the directors that we've had who respects the source material. James Gunn's the guy, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, without a
Hawk Girl
doubt,
looks
without a doubt.
awesome. Is it Mr. Fantastic? He looks amazing. Bro, it's going to be interesting to see where they head with this. Listen, yeah, insane. It was good. You know, it
Yeah.
was a good. That was
And
a good day. Yeah, it was a good day.
he
Definitely.
he somehow has an ability to, when you put a group of characters in the movie, he has an ability somehow for you to get to know and love all of them by the end of that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas, you've seen like Eternals, for example, by the end of that movie, like, I don't give a shit about any one of you, right? Because there's not enough storytelling for each. Whereas with Guardians of the Galaxy, by the end of that movie, I love a tree and I love a raccoon, right? As well as the rest of the characters. So I believe with this movie, because there's so many different characters in it. And Lex is in it as well. He looks great. I believe Gunn would do his magic with what do you call it? Making us appreciate all the characters and everything.
No,
So
definitely,
I would
man.
prefer
Without a
that.
doubt. I
Talking,
think, yeah, he's gonna smash it. He's gonna absolutely smash it.
I think so. Talking about Gunn, and just quick, I forgot about this. Creature Commandos. I'm still watching it. I haven't finished it. Bro, talking about loving character, he made me fall in love with a robot that all he wants to do is kill Nazis. I don't know if you've seen the episode. I feel it was
I
episode
haven't
three or
seen it yet,
four.
bro. I need to watch it, but
He's got the best ability to do it. It just reminded me, right? Within a 20-minute episode, you got me feeling and gave me a backstory of a robot who just loves to kill Nazis, and it was awesome. It was freaking awesome. He is amazing.
Hello, are you
with
okay? Sorry. Okay, yeah. No, go on.
Yeah, he's amazing with that sort of ability, just making you love characters that are just unusual.
I
For
wouldn't be.
Creature Commandos.
He's good with that. He's good with that. Excuse me.
All
Yeah,
right,
listen,
let's
man. I was blessed. I was one of the first guys to watch that trailer when it came out. That before that, the Thursday, like, so it was like one of like 100 people around the world to watch that. That's insane.
Yes, definitely. All right, let's go into some news,
Yep.
bro, and let's finish off with some news. All right, first things first, we'll start off with some Marvel news. Chris Evans is back in the MCU. So they announced Robert Downey Jr. a couple months ago, back in Doomsday. Looks like they're getting Chris Evans too. Looks like they're getting everyone back. I started researching, saying that they're getting Scarlett back and everyone. I haven't seen Scarlett Johansson and everything, but those two are back. I don't know. Everyone's thinking that is he going to be Nomad or something like that. I believe he kind of played Nomad in the Infinity Saga when he
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah. That's
swayed away.
right.
But I don't know. Maybe listen. It is the multiverse. I know everyone. Regardless, it's the multiverse, so they might get Steve Rogers back as Cap. We don't know. I don't think anything's confirmed. I don't
Why
know.
are they
I
bringing
heard.
them all back, man? What's happening?
Well,
What is happening?
maybe it's because it's the multiverse sort of thing, and they're looking to like, and also maybe it's a cash grab type of thing. Like, we know what worked. Listen, we just spoke about Sony. You know what worked, and you didn't use it. So maybe Marvel's like, oh look, we're on a struggle a little bit. Let's go back to a little bit of what worked and bring some of that back, as well as the new stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be huge though. Think about this from this perspective, bro. How huge is that movie gonna be? From the new characters, bringing back the old ones, it's gonna be amazing. What I think they should have done, in my opinion, don't mention it. Don't mention Downey Jr., don't mention Chris Evans. Make the audience go crazy. Make the audience go crazy in the cinema as they're good at doing. They shouldn't
You
have
know what?
mentioned
You're
it.
right. They should have done that. Like they need to go back to surprises like that because I feel like, yeah, bro. I don't think that was a good move. I don't think they should have announced that. They should have left that quiet. Yes, they did the Robert Downey Jr. because Robert Downey Jr. needs to get paid and the marketing works really well with that. But anybody else now, shut your mouth, man. Don't say nothing. Let us get surprised because what's happening now? Fan theories and rumors are killing movies, bro.
Yes, yeah.
They are
Theories are
killing
fine.
movies.
I think theories and rumors, I don't get me wrong, I think theories and rumors are fine when they're real. Bro, listen, Deadpool and Wolverine, that actually was spoiled for me. All the characters that appeared were all rumors to show up, and they all did show up. So that's what killed it. Now,
Yeah, I didn't
look when
see none of those rumors, so it didn't spoil it. So for me, I was like, okay, wow, that's amazing. They got those in there. I think the only one that was spoiled for me was Electra. That was it.
But look, I think with Chris Evans and Downey, yeah, he should have kept a big secret. I think so, man. Should have kept a secret. But listen, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm happy to see them back. I am. I am happy to be. I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
seeing the new Cap. I heard all these rumors. I don't know if it's true. I didn't research into it. That Anthony Mackie's not happy about Cap coming back. But I don't think that's true. I think he'll be happy with it because he is our Cap, and we need to accept him as our Cap. And I don't. And maybe they won't have. Maybe it's gonna be. It might be a nice little moment when Anthony Mackie's Cap sees Steve Rogers again because they had a beautiful moment in a relationship, especially in Endgames when he handed him the shield. So I would
yeah,
love
yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love for them to interact again. That would be awesome. Um, let's move on. Real quick update on Marvel Zombies TV show animation is coming out. Release date October 3rd, 2025. So that should be fun. Marvel Zombies is always kind of, zombie stuff is always kind of fun. So let's see how that goes.
No,
Let's
good.
move.
It's good.
Let's move on to the DC universe. We got some breaking news from the DC universe. We have our Lobo. Jason Momoa is back at perfect casting because he just looks like him. And you know what, Kibler, what I was thinking about? I don't know much about
Yes,
Lobo. Lobo, he will be playing Lobo in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, released in June
yes.
26, 2026, I believe, right? Do you know what I was thinking? In my opinion, what do you think of this? I reckon in a way, Jason Momoa looks like Lobo, but I think his audition tape was Fast and Furious. That one he was in. Remember, he was playing a cringy character, and I was like, I don't know if this suits him. He was this psychotic sort of dude. I feel like I don't know if Lobo's like that, but I kind of feel like maybe that was his audition tape, like quotation mark, for the role of Lobo, saying, "Look, I could play this kind of psycho as well." Um, so I don't know. I doubt Lobo will be exactly like that, but I think I feel like there's something there in my opinion, but. Perfect casting. If the fans were calling for it, and I think James Gunn gave it, and I think that's a great fan service to just put him in there.
Hundred
He's
percent, 100%. I think bro. I don't can't think of anybody else to play Lobo, bro. I know they tried it in the TV show. I can't remember who played it, but Jason Momoa is going to be perfect for that. I think he was. Some characters are kind of like some actors and are kind of born to play that role. Close that door. Close it. Thank you. He's perfect for that. So super excited to see him in Supergirl. That's going to be amazing. Amazing.
cool. The other thing was in DC we're getting a Clayface movie with the
Yes,
script
I heard.
from Mike Falangan, who's I believe is like a horror. What did he make? I'm trying to see what else he made. I think he's like good at horror movies and stuff like that. But this is gonna be. It's obviously a Batman villain, so I think he's going to be in Matt Reeves' Batman universe.
Hmm.
Um, and I believe the writer is a horror. He writes horror movies and stuff. I had the news, but I lost it somewhere. I lost it. But
No, no,
anyway,
no. It's all good. Like, listen, man. I'm always going to be super excited to see Matt Reeves' universe grow even more, bro, because that's absolutely amazing. So, the fact that we're going to get a clear face. Somebody did drop a comment saying, he's a villain. He's not a vigilante. I know that. We know that. So he's going to be an absolute villain, and I think that Matt Reeves
did we
universe, if
say?
it's part of that, it's going to grow even bigger.
Yeah, did we say he's a vigilante? I don't know. Anyway,
No, no,
but
we never said that. Somebody else said that because they feel like they're going to turn these villains into vigilantes. But Penguin
nah,
was like a pure example of
villain.
these guys are bad guys. These are
Yeah,
villains.
we said
These are
we
villains. These are
yeah we
villains.
said that. I mean, it felt like a vigilante in the beginning because he's not killing really innocent people. But by the end of that show, we saw that he's a bastard.
Yeah.
On the Matt Reeves universe, Batman 2 has been delayed to 2027. Um,
Yeah.
I read briefly that there was some issue, but basically, Gunn wants things to be as perfect as possible. Like perfection is an illusion or whatnot, but he wants it to be as perfect as possible. I think there was some they wanted to rewrite the script a little bit. And fans were complaining, they were upset. They're like, oh, it's too long between the sequel. And James Gunn, I don't know why he responds to fans, but shout out to him for doing it. He was like, well, that's not true. So many movies have like 5, 6 year gaps. And I believe, and I agree with him. I'm like, yeah, we don't need to, like, yes, I want to see Batman 2, but yeah, I don't mind waiting. If you're going to do it perfect, if you're doing it great, give us some time. Sure, why not? So Yeah, like I'm cool with that delay, I guess. Of course
No,
I
same
wanted it
here,
back.
bro. Listen, I think, God damn, you did it. Uh, yeah, no, listen. I think what James is doing is fine, and it's amazing that he does respond to fans because I feel like uh, he's one of. It's amazing that you can connect. Back in the days, bro, you weren't able to connect with a director or a filmmaker or a movie star. When now you get a like or a follow or something cool like that, which is amazing because it interacts with the fans, the people who enjoy these products so much more. So why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
So
And he gave perfect examples, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3 being one of them, and so many other movies like sequels. I remember Terminator was one of them. He was like, you don't need to have a
Terminator was
sequel.
almost 10 years, man.
Yeah, exactly. So Avatar being another perfect example. So it's like, guys, chill out. Talking about, oh, it's too long between sequels. It's not right.
Yeah, no, it'd be fine. I mean, I think because the society, we're in a mad rush, right? When
Exactly.
they're turning over so much, like different projects in different ways, you're like, oh my god, like what is happening? How do I not get this product now?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, Finishing off the DC news, Creature Commandos, we spoke about that earlier, gets to season two. It's been renewed for season two.
Nice.
I'm only halfway through season one, but I'm in, so I have no quarrels or problems with that. And I'm looking forward to finishing off season one, and I'm sure that will hype me up for season two. So that's gonna be awesome. We're also gonna
Definitely.
get Flag. What's his name? Flag. Oh, what's his name?
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag in Superman, which I think it's going to be a very fun and new crossover for us.
Yeah, definitely. That's interesting because uh we're going from animation into the movie world. That is amazing crossover, bro. Like I absolutely love that because that gives the DC studios a really cool. Well, I know Marvel's already done it, but to see it in live action,
Yeah.
Rick Flag Senior to be in that is amazing.
Yeah, Marvel done it with What If, and that works and
No,
whatnot.
yes, yeah,
But they haven't done it with like, the storyline, the main, main base storyline. But this will be fun. This will be fun.
that's
So I'm
right.
looking forward to that. All right, let's finish off with other movie and stuff news and stuff like that. Um, Labyrinth, man. They are making a new Labyrinth
Oh
movie.
no,
Classic,
no,
classic.
no!
Yeah,
I can't believe they're doing that. They can't do that, bro. They
they
can't
are.
do that. No, 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 no. If there's, oh man, no,
And
I don't agree with that.
I don't think it's a part two. I think it's just a brand new movie. Um, yeah, I was trying to read up about it, but it's like, yeah, I think it's wait, hold on. I think it is a Labyrinth 2. Sorry, I don't know. I think it's a Labyrinth 2. Sorry. I'm reading from Screen Rant right now. It's privacy stuff. Jim
No, I'm not a
Henderson
big fan, bro. Oh, stinky binky
Labyrinth
fart,
as
man.
well.
Stinky
It's a
binky.
great classic story returning for Labyrinth 2. The original film follows a young girl, which the original film, the soundtrack is great, man. David Bowie was obviously amazing for the soundtrack. Um, yeah, listen, man, that's a classic movie. How do you make a part two? The animatronics, the real life models, all of that was just perfect. It was so good for that time. And what do you do now? Do you do the same thing, or do you do CGI? CGI won't work, I don't think. Like, do you do
Oh
like
man,
real
Jim
life
Henson's
props?
puppet. Jim Henson's work on that movie is like those movies like uh Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, like they're like crucial to pop culture. Like uh, I don't agree with it, bro. I don't even want that to be touched. Like leave it alone. Leave it alone. Like because
You
something
definitely,
like that, you're just gonna watch it to just rinse it, right? If you're gonna use
yeah.
CGI in it, like, and you're
And you're
not
gonna
gonna have
what?
creature puppets and like there's a Labyrinth still has a realism to it because I felt like I could touch those puppets or those creatures and I
Yeah.
enjoyed the fantasy about it, man. Like movies don't have that magic no more. Like honestly. Without a doubt. Even though we got the MCU and even though we got like Harry Potter and stuff like that,
I think
still doesn't
fantasy
have that
movies.
magic. Yeah,
I think you're referring to fantasy movies don't have that type of magic. There's a difference, I think, right? Because there's something with those old school fantasy movies, like you say, real life puppets, props and all that sort of stuff, where you just kind of feel like you're immersed in it. With the new age ones, look, I'm sure there's great ones out there and whatnot. You could say Lord of the Rings and all that sort of stuff, but there's something different about those ones. And also the music. Listen, the music of the original one with David Bowie, it was almost like there were certain scenes that were like musicals and whatnot. You're not gonna get that back. Listen, I'm no expert, but I know for a fact the music's not gonna be as good in this one. That's one thing I can guarantee. And when I say I guarantee, it's just a fan of the original. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Can't get David Bowie's type of tunes for that movie. I got it on my phone, bro. That's how good those music are. I don't care.
yeah.
Like that soundtrack's brilliant. But that's like, look, that's what can you do, man? They're doing it. So either shut your mouth and don't watch it, or shut your mouth and enjoy it. I guess that's the
That's
only
true.
options.
Exactly that. Exactly
Yeah.
that.
All right. Jeremy Allen White is going to be Rotta the Hutt, Jabba the Hutt's son in The Mandalorian. So he's been casted as that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I swear that was like a rumor, and now it's like happening.
Yep, it's happening, man. It's happening. I mean, look, obviously it's CGI, man. I mean, first of all, the Jabbas are some doo-doo blobs type slug type things. Um, I was watching Fat Man Beyond, and they were
Yeah.
like, what's his name? Mark Bernardin was like, I don't even want to think about how they procreate those Jabbas, man. They're bare tubby slug to procreate.
Who
But I
said that?
think
Mark Bernardon, yeah? You look at
Mark
that big
Bernardin,
boy.
yeah. And then I think the guy who owns the club, I can't remember his name. He kind of said
Scarlet
that,
Villainy, yeah.
yeah,
I
he
can't remember
said
his name. Banff.
Banffman. He was saying that there's a way. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh
They
my
may
God, like he
exercise.
already thought about that. That's nasty.
He's a Star
Anyway.
Wars enthusiast, crazy
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
So
yeah, he is, he
yeah.
is, he is.
But anyway, Jeremy, listen, he'll be CGI, but I'm sure he'll do the voice great and all that sort of stuff. Like
I
put personality to it behind it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Um, Another casting, Gerard Leto as Skeletor. Now
Oof.
a lot of
Yes.
people are like, we don't know, I don't know. I'm like, I feel like Gerard Leto he's an Oscar-winning actor, right? He got an Oscar, right?
He is,
And
bro, but I just
he
feel
just
like
been bad on him. I just feel like he hasn't been getting the right direction. Not the characters, the right direction. Think about that last scene of Joker, man. He got slated for Joker, and then you get the Snyder cut, and you get 10 minutes of him at the end of that Snyder cut, or even 5 minutes, and that was better than the whole of Joker 2. Not Joaquin Phoenix's performance, just as a movie, right? He doesn't get Morbius. He doesn't get, unfortunately, like Jared Leto just doesn't get the best direction, I think, or something. It's not
I think
him.
his agent's messing up. I mean, he's in Tron 3, will be interesting. He was in Blade Runner, which was a short role. But I mean, since Dallas Buyers Club, he hasn't had much luck, man. I feel like he's picked, or his agent has been picking him the wrong movies to suit him. Now,
Mm.
Skeletor, he's an eccentric type of character. You've seen all the memes about him. Uh, he, you know, he's an eccentric character. Now, I'm trying to remember who played him in the original Dolph Lundgren one, but like that guy was Skeletor. Like he played it really well, bro. Like the laugh and the screams and the way he spoke. Like you have to be such a extravagant character. This is not like what's the word? This is not like method acting. This is like overacting, you know? This is
Yeah, his
a
name was Frank Langella. Frank Langella. You see that?
Yeah, what other movies has he been in?
Frank Langella has done Dracula, obviously Master of the Universe. What about Frank? Some of them I'm not familiar with, man.
All
Dracula
right, cool.
1979. I mean,
All right.
that's something I'm familiar with. Not that I've watched it, but yeah, he's had loads of other things, man. Birthday, Small
Excuse me.
Soldiers. Oh, he's in Junior. Superman Returns. He was in that. Unknown. He's in
Yeah.
better things,
Oh,
man. He's in.
he played Perry White in that, right?
I believe so. Let me see who he played
Oh,
in
click
that.
on it, bro. Click on that. I think if I'm right, he played Perry White.
Yes, he did. It was Perry White in that,
Boom!
yeah.
Yes, I remember. All right, cool. Listen. Good luck to Gerard Leto on this one. Good luck. He's the only one casted, right? Or have they casted He-Man as well?
No, I don't think they have. Have they?
I
Let me
genuinely
see.
can't remember, man.
He He-Man cast. I believe we would have known this, man.
I feel like we have.
He-Man live action movie. Let me see if I can find He-Man live action cast. Is that real? Nicholas Gallant. Maybe we reported this a while back, man. Nicholas
Okay.
oh, bloody hell.
All
Let me
right,
see.
cool. We will wait and see, bro.
Yeah, I think they got the cast, bro. Let me He-Man movie cast. I remember seeing pictures and stuff like that. Um, and I feel like we might have no, that was for the cartoon, sorry. All right, I don't know. I don't know if they've casted the real um hold on, maybe this might be it. Every actor who's been cast as He-Man in the Master of the Universe movie and why they left. Oh. All right. Anyway, we'll check that out next time, man. But he is confirmed. Jared Leto is confirmed. Okay. The next Sir Christopher Nolan, because he's a Sir now, because he got knighted recently. His next movie is going to be based on Homer the Odyssey. Now, I'm not crazy familiar with Homer the Odyssey. I've heard about it, but his next movie is going to be an adaptation of that, and I believe he's like a famous old school poet or something like that. So anyway, that's that. There's going to be a Warrior spin-off show. I don't think Tom Hardy and them are going to be in it, but it's going to be a Warrior spin-off show. I love that
I
movie.
heard
I know
about that. I mean, I think that's a great movie. I just don't. Why a spin-off, bro? Like that movie by itself is great.
they made an MMA show with Frank. I think Grillo's in it. Frank Grillo made an MMA
Yeah,
show. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Cool Warrior or something like that, which was really good. Really, really good. I really
but it
enjoyed
wasn't
watching it.
based off that. It was more of a
No.
documentary style, right?
I wouldn't say yeah, kind of ish, but it was still like a show, like or whatnot. It had one of the
I
Jonas
don't know.
brothers in it and whatnot.
I
Um,
just don't know, man, because I feel like uh
I don't think. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it'll work as a show, man. Listen, all like I heard Rogan and Dana White and whatnot. Those guys, obviously, big part of UFC. They don't like it. They don't like the movie. They just think it's. I think Rogan keeps talking about how you can't have three fights in 1 or 2 days and whatnot. Which I agree. After those sort of battles, bro, you're busted. Now they used to do tournaments where you fight 2 to 3 times a night and whatnot. That happened. I done that. I done that when I used to compete. I used to it
yeah.
used to be a tournament format, so I would fight 2 to 3 times basically. I done that, and I remember after my first fight, I was fucked the second time. But the
Mm,
adrenaline does rush in. But I remember, and this is on the amateur level. My body was busted. My shin was killing me after
yeah.
kicking in the first round, in the first fight. So in the second fight, I just wasn't 100%. But they used to do that. They do that, and the Warrior had that format. The Warrior had the format the day later. I think that's even worse. I agree with that. The
Yeah,
day
yeah, yeah.
later, I'm dead, bro. You ain't getting me out of bed, bro.
Eh,
But anyway, I agree. I don't think the show would work. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably watch it and see how it goes. But if they put a compelling story behind it and give because this the Warrior, I loved it about the brothers, man, the family dynamic, the brothers' love, man.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
something
exactly.
different,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, we'll see. All right, couple other things. Malcolm in the Middle. They're making a revival with all the original cast. I didn't watch many episodes, but it was a fun little show. I watched some here and there, but
Bryan
in terms
Cranston,
of
man.
that, yeah,
Is he coming back?
yeah, I think they're all coming back for this
Okay,
one.
all right,
So
cool.
they probably do like a revival. It'll probably be the same characters who they are. If you watch the show, then you probably just appreciate for that.
Cool.
Austin Butler has been casted in America. He's American Psycho, so he's going to be our new American Psycho for the American Psycho movie. There's talks
He's
about
good.
new. Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome.
He's
I
good.
think
He's good.
he
I don't think
played
we
great.
need one, but
No, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Christian Bale was so good in the other one, and I don't know. I guess it's a psycho movie. Why not make a, I don't know. You can
Let's
make
see.
loads of psycho movies. Let's see. Um, there's talks about a new Meet the Parents movie.
Mm.
Ben Stiller, De Niro, them guys, comedy. Why not? I guess.
Like
Um,
that'd be a fourth one, right? Fourth one or fifth one?
I feel like fifth one. I feel like fifth one. Um, so yeah, them guys do
All
looking
right.
to do a love one. I think confirmed, but there's talks. So like deep talks and whatnot. 50 Cent is working on an 8 Mile TV show. So what do you think about that? Eminem. I mean, the original one was amazing. It was like a biopic of Eminem, but obviously, a little bit of it was dramatized and whatnot.
Dramatization.
Great soundtrack,
Ah,
all that sort of stuff. Soundtrack got bloody Oscar and everything. But 50 Cent shows are not bad. I mean, my guy's well involved in production and everything. What's that show I used to watch? Power was good.
power.
I didn't watch some of the newer ones, but I watched the old ones. But yeah, 50 Cent. I mean, I don't know.
We're getting. I don't know, bro. I think I'm getting old. I'm like, I feel like I'm getting into dad's age now, where it's like these movies are bigger, grander. We're getting TV shows now, and it's like, how much more content can I consume? And I'm not even being able to consume comic book stuff that I like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we don't consume probably 10% of what's out there. Maybe less, sorry. Maybe like 5% of what's out there. That's what we consume compared to everything that's out there. It's just hard. Um,
Mm.
but that's
I'm finding it difficult to kind of take on all like it. Listen, any project is amazing, but it's like it's been done. Like a Warrior TV show, I don't want that because I could sit down and watch The Warrior again and really enjoy that as a movie. Same thing with 8 Mile. I could
Eight
sit down
Mile.
and really enjoy that as a movie. I don't need that to be spread across an 8 episode series because we know the premises of what it's about. With Warrior, I'm not sure if it's like a continued story or not. But if you're not going to have the main guys come back again, it's like, why am I going to invest? Because I love those brothers. Each of their stories I love. The dad as well. You know what I mean? Like, what you're gonna bring to the table? What are you gonna bring to the table new to 8 Mile, or what you're gonna dramatize to
Yeah,
make it
because
to say,
we were invested in Eminem, right? Before the movie. Like, we loved his music. Such a controversial rapper. He exploded on the scene. His lyrics were controversial. His lyrics were amazing. They were dark. There was a lot of background story in his lyrics. And then you gave us a movie, so we loved Eminem. Now, if this is still more of a backstory with Eminem, if it's not Eminem, because Eminem's old now, you're gonna have another character. Because that was another great thing about the movie. Eminem played himself.
hmm,
Um, I don't know what you're gonna do with this. I have no idea what they're gonna do with it. I don't know if it's gonna be like more of a backstory. Let me see if I can find something. 3 Mile TV show. If it's gonna be like a further backstory, or is it gonna be about how he met Dre and that? So not a prequel of 8 Mile, but a sequel of 8 Mile.
yeah,
It's based on the movie, based on the 2028 movie. Is in development. It just says based on it, so I don't know what that means. Um, Show adaptation. Well, I listen. Do you know what they could do? If they give us a story of
sorry,
what
sorry,
happened
sorry, sorry. She
after
just headbutted
8
the
Mile.
table.
Oh no. She okay?
Why are you doing that for? She's Nia at the moment now is developed on the next level. You saw yesterday, and it's starting beef. She's the first one to hit. Uh, and she's talking more. Like I feel like when we fell ill just before the holidays, she just lost her personality. She was like, she was that ill, like her temperature was so high that she wasn't there. She was having an out of body experience, and it's like, oh, poor girl. And now to see her talking, laughing, starting beef yesterday, uh, has been hilarious. And but she's been clumsy, like her balance is off a bit. She's whacking her head on the door and the table and stuff. Lucky I got those corner things on there so it doesn't hurt her, but I'm like, that must have hurt still. But yeah, sorry, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Can't remember what I was saying, but
8 Mile TV show. Let's see what happens, bro.
yeah. Where's my list? What the fuck is that? All right, finishing off. Reacher season 3 is coming out February 20th.
Nice. I do like
Great
that. Alan
show. Alan
Richardson,
Richardson,
great. Yeah, wicked.
like that dude. Love that dude. And then lastly, Dragon Ball Diama English dub is coming out January 10th. on Crunchyroll. So if you want to watch Dragon
Cool.
Ball in English, I think for me personally, I like it in English because like I don't have to
You
read.
understand it. Yeah,
I
you
can
don't have to
watch.
read it.
Yeah, I like the animation. I just want to see the animation and all that sort of stuff. And reading is hard, man. I can't read anyway. So I might wait for the English version. But I've been watching it. I haven't had a chance to watch it since I got back here. But it looks fun. So I'll wait for the English version. That's it. That's it, guys. That's all the news that we've had. That was at the end of 2024. And we'll update you with new. There's going to be news in 2025. So we'll update you on the next episode.
Yeah, there's going to be loads of stuff coming up, guys. So as always, massive thank you for the support on the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. My little girl's going crazy at the moment. So massive thank you to everybody who supported the channel last year. We had a massive influx of great amount of people jumping on. We've got some more interaction, which I absolutely love and adore as well. So massive thank you. But yeah, there's going to be loads more. 2025 is going to be sick, bro. We've got like some great movies coming out. Fantastic Four. We've got Cap. We got Thunderbolts. We got Superman. Oh my God, we got Superman. 2025. We're actually saying we're getting a Superman movie. You know, we waited so long for Warner Brothers to sort us out with Man of Steel 2, which I would have loved. Like, give us a good Man of Steel trilogy. We never got that. And I feel like, yes, I'm happy with what's happening. So, like, you know, Superman is going to be a big one this year for me, for us anyway. As comic book fans, I think this is going to be massive. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where we go. Look, man, we've got the Brothers Geek Out. Stick the mic in your mouth. We're looking to do some cool stuff. I'm gonna try some new stuff this year. I think as we grow on the YouTube, and Gilman's been looking after the YouTube, he's gonna be the guy that we've grown on there. And I think I think the focus should be on the one thing, and it's the YouTube. We trying to do like it's amazing to see it grow on like TikTok and Instagram and everything else, but I think the main thing is that we'll build that community here. And then, you know, it filters through to the rest. But I want you guys to enjoy the podcast more. I know on the social platforms and on the listening platforms and on YouTube. I want us, if we're growing in one place, then, you know, we will grow together, right? If you guys have conversations, like I want to be able to do more live shows on live so that we can interact with you guys as well. But as always, massive thank you. You guys have absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
Cool. All right, man. Well, until the next episode, wait the next what else we're gonna do a Sonic review, so look out for that one.
But, yeah, we're gonna do a Sonic review, definitely.
Yeah, cool. All right, until the next episode, we out. Peace.
Take care, guys. Peace.